The following is a production of the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network. It's time for Davis County Mustang football. Coming your way on New Country 104.3 KRKN. Now, let's head down to the field with the voice of your Davis County Mustangs, Ellis Kojo.
Welcome to Mustang Stadium here in Bloomfield, Iowa, and we are past the halfway point of the season. Week 5 on the final day of the summer here in Bloomfield on a beautiful night. Davis County 1-0 in district play, 2-2 overall versus 1-3 and 1-0 in district play. Mid Prairie coming up next on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network. It's a pleasure to have you with us. I'm Ellis Kojo. I am joined by Kent Anderson as always, and we appreciate him joining us as well. This is a big test coming up for Davis County tonight.
Real big test. You can see, despite Mid Prairie's record, you can just see they've had a tough schedule. We just talked about that off air a little bit. They've played some teams, and they're just watching them warm up. They move. They do some. You can tell they have kids out there that can make plays and do a lot of things. But we proved last week, so do we. Mm-hmm. We're both 1-0 in district play. That's what matters right now. That overall record really is kind of irrelevant tonight. This is two teams that are 1-0 and technically in first place in the district.
It is Mid Prairie, Davis County, and Mediapolis that are at the top of in the district. So the winner of this game obviously will have a leg up and have an inside track to playoff positioning. So you finish the top 2 in the district, you get a home playoff game. That's a lot to play for. Plus, they're fighting against history as well. Do you know the last time Davis County beat Mid Prairie?
I don't know.
2010.
2010.
20-10. Davis County beat Mid Prairie back in 2010. Mid Prairie has won 6 in a row since then. Most of them in convincing fashion, including a 42-6 win last year in Wellman, as Davis County took a beating up there. But different year, different looking team, and We'll just see how it goes. All you can do is just play one play at a time, like you said.
Right, and we have some momentum from last week, and probably more than the momentum is the belief. Psychology of an athlete's a strange thing. You can see it in the NFL. You take a guy like Brock Purdy, who right now believes that he's a good quarterback in the NFL, and he's been put in a situation that he can succeed. So right here, the Mustangs are probably believing right now we can compete, and that's a nice thing.
I talked to head coach Brian Skaggs, and you will hear my interview with him coming up in just a little bit. He talks about how those 2 wins really just have his guys walking different. They walk just walking down the hall at school. There's a sense of pride, a sense of like a little swagger that you have with you when you're walking, you have 2 straight wins under your belt.
Oh, yeah, that's great to hear, because that's what it's all about. You develop a certain confidence, and the confidence is it's an aura about you. That doesn't mean we're going to win every game or win tonight or lose. It just means that the kids are feeling good about themselves. I bet it was a fun week of practice.
I bet it was. All right, we'll take our first break, and when we come back, you'll hear my conversation with the head coach of Davis County, Brian Skaggs, coming up in our pregame. Davis County and Mid Prairie coming up here tonight. Week 5 action on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
Corby and Jed and their team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go if you're a farmer. They provide the technology and services to make your farming business profitable. They have liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed and corn and soybean seed. And they also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See for yourself why so many farmers in the area trust Corby and Jed and their team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Looking to add value to your property? Looking for a top-rated local business? An easy way to do that is to have a fence installed. This is Jared with Pierce Fence Company. Whether you want a fence to keep your animals safe or a privacy fence to keep others out, Pierce Fence can install many different types of commercial, industrial, or residential fences. At Pierce Fence, we strive for excellence, safety, and quality. Give us a call today and find out why we lead the industry for all your fence projects in Southeast Iowa. You can count on our team here at Pierce Fence Company to get the job done right. Like us on Facebook or visit us at piercefenceco.com.
Do you need a fence built? Call Skylar at Hopkins Fencing in Bloomfield and save yourself some blood, sweat, and tears. Skylar can build whatever kind of fence you need, from barbed wire, woven, continuous, and custom welding. Check out the Hopkins Fencing Facebook page for lots of pictures of the quality fencing jobs he has done. Call Skylar at Hopkins Fencing in Bloomfield today to get on his fall building list, as it will fill up fast. You can find his number on Facebook or call 641-208-6310.
This is Tim, owner of Slayton Polaris. We have seen a lot of changes since we opened our doors in 1988. One thing that hasn't changed is the way we treat our customers. We still offer the best machines at the best possible prices and strive to treat everyone the way we would want to be treated. This has been our policy since we started the business. If you're looking for the best in off-road vehicles, I'd like to invite you to stop in and meet us at Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
Get back to your life sooner with orthopedic care at Davis County Hospital and Clinics. Whether it's a shoulder or knee problem or a broken bone, Davis County Hospital and Clinics is here for you. Our specialists and team members will treat you with care from your first visit to surgery through rehab and therapy. Comprehensive orthopedic care isn't a long drive away. It's right here at Davis County Hospital and Clinics, building better, healthier lives.
Your best choice for groceries is Brothers Market in Bloomfield, where they treat you like family. They're proud to offer Best Choice branded items. While you're there, check out the awesome selection in their meat department and make sure and find something for your sweet tooth in the bakery. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook to keep up with all their specials. Stop into Brothers Market in Bloomfield, where they treat you like family. Located 1 block off the northeast corner of the Bloomfield Square.
Welcome back to Bloomfield, where Davis County is getting set to take on Mid Prairie here at Mustang Stadium. I was able to catch up with head coach Brian Skaggs to talk about his last 2 wins, as well as today's opponent in Mid Prairie. And here's my conversation with him. Enjoy. Our pregame show continues, and we're joined by the head coach of the Davis County Mustangs, Brian Skaggs. It's been a couple weeks since I talked to you, and congrats on your first 2 wins. How's it feel?
Pretty good. And finally kind of get a couple wins under our belt and just kind of help the confidence of the kids. And just looking for positive things here towards the end of the season here.
Talk about 2 wins in which you just had to squeeze every last ounce out of your team in order to get across the finish line and come home with the W, because Cardinal made you earn every last yard that you got, and Central Lee, you jumped out to a 14-0 lead, but they fought back to tie it up, and then you showed a lot of resiliency coming back and scoring that go-ahead touchdown in the 4th quarter.
Yep, just something we've been talking about all year is just putting together 4 quarters, especially the Central League game. Like I said, we knew there might be a time where we needed to show some resiliency, like you said, and just step up and make plays when we had there at the end in both of those games.
Have you seen a difference between your teams, between the first 2 weeks of the season and the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, just the confidence, even just walking around the school here. I think they got a little bit of confidence build up, kind of starting to believe in our system with Coach White and I, and I'm just looking for good things here at the end of the year with.
We were raving about the defense. Now, you gave up your share of yards to Central Lee, but you were very stingy in the run game, set aside a couple of big plays, and the turnovers that you were able to force as well. So you were very active in getting the ball loose.
Yep, something we've been working on. First couple games, we didn't get – I think defense played well at times, but we didn't get turnovers. And it's just like talking to the kids about making plays when they have opportunities. And especially like there in the end of both of those games, we had a big turnover to help us out.
Landon Fetcho, we've raved about how much of a weapon he is for you. And obviously the Atomo Courier asked you about the fact that you passed up a field goal in that third quarter, passed up a 10-point lead, went for it, didn't get it, and you turned it over on downs. What's it like having a kicker like that on the team? Because I don't know if you know this or not, but Fetcho has the longest field goal in the state of Iowa this season at 47 yards.
Yep, no, it's definitely a weapon. He's feeling better this week. Didn't get a lot of work in with him last week, just with being a little bit sore. But we've put some emphasis so we kind of utilize that weapon, especially towards the end of the year here.
What type of injuries are you concerned with as you head into Week 5, Coach?
Just we've been pretty fortunate. Like I said, if we can just keep everybody healthy, just kind of get a good rotation in, and just trying to stay healthy through the district play.
During the Central League game last week, we noticed that there seemed to be a lot of, tug of war between Brett Prevost and Carter Will with the run with the read option, and it seemed like maybe Carter was holding it a bit too long into Brett's stomach, or maybe Brett wasn't reading it correctly. What was happening there?
If you remember, I think they had a fumble early in the first half, and I think they were just kind of worried about that, and we just told them to trust our mesh, and so we've really worked on it more this week so they get even more comfortable with it. Just with running option football, it's just one thing we got to do is put in time there working that mesh.
That really paid its dividends late in the fourth quarter, as I said, after Central Lee scored to tie the game at 14. You went on a 4-play drive, went right down the field, and it was pretty much Prevost and Will working that mesh and working it down the field.
Yep. They've kind of stepped it up there, and too, Merrick Danley and Braxton on that left side. If you didn't notice, we were really running behind them, and they kind of picked their game up there.
Yeah, I noticed that left was the side to go, especially in that late drive.
Yep.
Yeah, gotcha. So looking at today's at the opponent, Mid Prairie, what do you see out of them, and I guess what do you need to stop?
They'll run a lot of counter and power. Like, we'll have to stop their run game. Obviously, they'll throw a little more than Central Lee does, but in the end, it's going to come down to stopping the run game and keeping them down in distance. That's where we had success with Central Lee, when we keep them second and long, third and long.
Historically speaking, Mid Prairie's had Davis County's number. I looked it up, and the Mustangs haven't defeated the Golden Hawks since 2010. Why? What is it about Mid Prairie, over recent history, that has them getting the better over the Mustangs over recent history?
Honestly, the games I've been involved in, I think they've honestly just been more physical than us, and kind of took it to us. That was kind of a goal this year, so hopefully this will be a really good measuring stick for us to see if we can kind of match a team of their physicality, to see where we really kind of stand here.
How do you know that your team is matching the other team's physicality just during the game?
Just run game, getting blocks, driving to the whistle. One thing, like on defense, we had 10 players with 5 or more tackles. And I know that's Coach White's kind of rallying calls, getting people to the ball, flying to the ball.
One stalwart of your defense that we always like watching is Owen Bell. He's a senior. He's a stud. He only plays defense, so he's like one of those rare one-way players. But man, he is such a good defensive player for you.
Yep, he's really stepped it up and really improved over the offseason and been a big attribute to our team. And then we might try to work him in the offense a little bit this week, just like you're saying, just be a little more physical, kind of on the offensive side of the ball. But try to keep him fresh enough on defense too, because like as you've seen, he's been kind of a stalwart on that defense.
Most definitely. So as we wrap things up, Coach, what are some keys we need to look at when Davis County plays Mid Prairie? What do the Mustangs need to do to come away with a win on Friday?
I just think we need to be able to run the ball. Obviously, we cleaned up penalties last game, and it just made a ton of difference in our offense. And then, like I said, on defense, I definitely need to win the turnover battle. Kind of my goal is to be like +2 in that, and I think if we do that, we'll have a chance there.
All right, Coach. I want to wish you best of luck. We'll see you in Bloomfield for the game, and thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Yep, appreciate it. Thank you.
Is your back telling you it's time for a new mattress? Darren at Dixon's Mattress Outlet is the man to see. Dixon's Mattress Outlet sells new mattresses of all sizes. They also have a great selection of area rugs, sheets, and pillows. Needing a mattress for the camper or a rollaway bed? Darren has those too. Call Darren today and get the best rest for less. Call Dixon's Mattress Outlet today at 641-664-3060. And don't forget to like them on Facebook.
Hello, I'm Dan Stalker, president of First Iowa State Bank with locations in Albia, Bloomfield, Cantrell, Eddyville, and Keosauqua. First Iowa State Bank is a proud sponsor of our local community events, including youth sports, 4-H, FFA, and anything ag-related. We have many employees who are directly involved with their community events, organizations, fundraising, and volunteering. We understand the importance of small-town traditions, and we love being a part of them. Thank you for banking with
First Iowa State Bank of Albia, Bloomfield, Cantrell, Eddyville, and Keosauqua. Member FDIC.
Why do people love bench warmers? It starts with the best wings. Never frozen with 22 different wing sauces. Or you can enjoy our loaded menu that includes tasty sandwiches, daily homemade soups, daily specials, appetizers, pizza complete with wonderful service. Benchwarmer's delicious food, the best wings, and fun atmosphere makes it a wonderful place to enjoy with family, coworkers, and friends. Benchwarmers, the area's go-to eating destination in Ottumwa.
Do you need a fence built? Call Skylar at Hopkins Fencing in Bloomfield and save yourself some blood, sweat, and tears. Skylar can build whatever kind of fence you need, from barbed wire, woven, continuous, and custom welding. Check out the Hopkins Fencing Facebook page for lots of pictures of the quality fencing jobs he has done. Call Skylar at Hopkins Fencing in Bloomfield today to get on his fall building list, as it will fill up fast. You can find his number on Facebook or call 641-208-6310.
This is Chris Merle at Hamilton Produce. We have what you need to keep everything on your farm or in the shop in working order, including a full line of cattle chutes and calving equipment. We are also your best source for the most competitive prices on LP gas. Check out our full line of Carhartt clothing and dry shod boots. And did we mention we now carry Orca coolers as well? Hamilton Produce, your one-stop shop for all your farm and hardware needs, just off the square in Bloomfield or on the old Brick Plant Road in Ottumwa.
This is Josh with Pulaski Lumber. Whatever project you are working on, we have what you need. We have everything from shingles to siding, plumbing supplies, paint, and all the other basics. If we don't have what you need in stock, we can always get it. We also have a large selection of Milwaukee power tools. If you need professional advice on a project, we are always happy to help. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start to finish lumberyard. Don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Back here at Mustang Stadium, Week 5 action coming up here on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network. Ellis Kojo along with Kent Anderson. We are also joined by Glenn Marshall. He is our on-site producer. Cody Kleiman is behind the camera, and our producer back on the radio side in Ottumwa is Kyle Smith. Coach, your takeaways from that interview with Brian Skaggs?
Very interesting. You know, we talked about the confidence before that the kids can have the confidence walking down the hall and things like that. Another thing I picked up is he wants something to watch tonight is match the physicality of his opponent, because I believe Mid Prairie is going to be a physical team. That will put a lot on our offensive defensive line. And the last game in particular, we both thought we controlled the line of scrimmage. Mm-hmm. We were the more physical football team. So Coach Skaggs is correct, and so goes that physicality and that line play, so goes the game in a lot of ways. And we talk every week about, you know, the kids with the ball in their hands and the ones kicking it and do all the things, but those big guys up front, you know, they are very important. So that in itself is a big challenge to them tonight, the physicality part. And you can watch that on the screen a little bit. Sometimes you see the movement of the line of scrimmage. Who's controlling that movement? Are they pushing us off the ball? Or are we pushing them off the ball? So that will be important to watch.
Okay. Well, are you ready for another interview?
I certainly am.
All right. I was able to catch up with the head coach of Mid Prairie, first-year head coach, so he's coming off his first win. Kurt, beg your pardon, his I'm trying to think of it. Darren Lambert is his name. All right, yeah, eventually got it. He's the head coach of Mid Prairie, and I was able to catch up with him and ask him about not only getting his first win, but what he sees out of his team here in Week 5 and what opponent he sees in front of him in Davis County. So here's my interview with Coach Lambert.
Welcome back to our pregame show. Mid Prairie getting set to take on Davis County. Talking with me is the head coach of the Mid Prairie Golden Hawks. Darren Lambert is here. First of all, Darren, tell me your journey to become the head coach of the football team, because as far as I've looked into you, this is your first year coaching, the head coach of a football team.
Yeah. So this is first year as head coach at Mid Prairie, but I've been on staff. So this will be year 8 at Mid Prairie, but year 13 total. Spent first 5 years of my career down in the Kansas City area as an assistant coach and kind of worked my way up through the ranks. And then moved to Mid Prairie 2016 and was an assistant in various positions. Last year was the defense coordinator. And then after the retirement of our head coach of 20-plus years, was able to be promoted to the head coach. So not necessarily a new face, but been around for a while, but very excited to be in the position I am now and blessed to be at Mid Prairie.
What was it like getting your first win last week?
It was exciting. It was a great experience just overall for the kids to see the excitement in their faces. Our first 3 games were big tests and challenges for us, and we got better each game. But unfortunately, it was still a loss. So those first 3 games were challenging, faced some adversity, but our guys responded each and every week. We could see the progress that we were making. So getting that first win against West Burlington Notre Dame was exciting, just to see the excitement on those guys' faces and seeing the hard work that they've been putting in and the ability to grow each and every week and getting better kind of came to fruition in that first district game.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Coach, but it seems like with your non-district schedule, Mid Prairie notoriously schedules a really tough slate when it comes to the non-district. How accurate is that statement?
Yeah, I mean, every year we try and go out and look for teams that are going to challenge us. We talk about it at the beginning of our season. We do it on purpose because you want to get challenged, you want to face adversity, you want to grow as a team, and a lot of the times you grow through being challenged and not just running through teams and things being easy. You really challenge yourself, and that's how you grow as a team. And they're not meaningless games, but ultimately they don't affect playoff seeding and district seeding. And so we wanted to be our best by week 4 when district play starts. And so, Regina, a powerhouse program that's going to be very successful this year. Wilton's doing a tremendous job with their first 4 games. And then Sigourney Keota, another one of those schools that does a great job traditionally. And so, each week we got better. By week 3, we lost with the ball in our hands and a shot to score to tie it up. So made a lot of progress, and we have a lot of new faces in our program for their first varsity experience. So seeing those guys grow throughout the week really put us in a good spot going into district play.
Chief among all the new faces that you have on your team is your quarterback, Brady Weber. What have you seen from him through the first 4 weeks?
Yeah, he's gotten better each and every single game. We were pretty excited to have him, take that position over for us this year. We knew he's a competitor. We knew he's going to put in the time and throws a great football. And is a great leader. And he's one of those guys that plays multiple sports. I coach basketball as well, and he was one of our starters last year as a sophomore, is on successful baseball team the last couple of years. And so we knew he's been put through the fire, so to speak. So he's a true and tested leader. And each and every week he's gotten better. He's one that's going to learn from his mistakes. I always say he's probably one of the most competitive kids I've ever coached in my career. And so to have him in our huddle and leading the guys is a benefit for us. And just making the reads and his receivers and the timing has gotten so much better over the first 4 weeks. We're excited at the progress that we've made. Last week we were 200 yards passing, 200 yards rushing. And so when you have that balance, that you can be effective in moving the football.
What improvement did you see from the first 3 weeks to last week's game against Burlington Notre Dame, in which you won 40-18?
Yeah, like we said, we were balanced. We were able to run the ball at times. which led to some play action passing, but also we hit on some key third downs with our pass concepts. I thought our offensive line did a tremendous job of getting a push for us and creating some big holes. We had a sophomore running back, and he's another guy, Hudson Ehrenfeld, that's grown throughout the season, had 5 touchdowns all on the ground for us. We had 1 passing touchdown. So offensively, it was finally the first game where we kind of put it all together. We had some games where we ran the ball well, and then some other games where we threw the ball well, but putting those together put us in a successful position to put a lot of points on the scoreboard. And then on the flip side, the defense side of the ball, we did a great job of limiting big plays. Weeks 2 and 3, we kind of struggled with giving up some big plays and letting them put some points up on the board. So defensively, did a great job of responding, made some adjustments mid-game, and the guys did a tremendous job of finishing that game out for us.
From the Davis County's perspective, especially since I've been calling Davis County games for the past 5 years, Mid Prairie seems to be one of those teams that holds the golden standard of the district. If you beat Mid Prairie, then you have a chance to win the district. What is it like knowing that most likely you're going to receive each team's best shot in the district?
That's something that we talk about. It's one thing we got to go out and prove ourselves each and every week, but everyone's fighting for the same spot. Everyone wants to call themselves a district champion. Everyone wants to be the one that people are going for. And we've had tradition in the past. And so we know we're going to get everyone's best shot. So we talk about how we have to be prepared from the start. Last week, it took us a quarter to figure it out. And we talked about not all these teams are going to give us a quarter where we can spot them some points and we aren't very effective, but we figured it out in quarters 2, 3, and 4, and we know that that's not going to be something that can happen every week in district play. So just like everyone else, we're trying to get better each and every week, and that's something that we're looking forward to pushing to this week.
So you're going up against another first-year head coach in Brian Skaggs. Davis County is 2-2. What do you know about the Mustangs going into Friday?
Yeah, from film, we knew last year, obviously, we played them. They have a quarterback that has a big arm, and he's a big kid. Another big receiver they like to put on the edge, but some guys that have some speed, and they like to take shots downfield, but they also are going to spread you out to run the football as well. And so offensively, they have big play capability. So we got to be prepared for that. And like we said last week, limiting those big plays is going to be crucial for us to be successful. And then defensively, they have guys that fly around and like to get to the football. So we're going to have to do a great job of maintaining our gaps, getting our hands and heads in the right spots on our blocks, and being able to move the ball up and down the field. And then ultimately, you got to take care of the football. So create some turnovers on the flip side. So we know it's not easy. It's never an easy place to play. And, it's a long drive for us. So we got to get ready to go right when we get there.
Right, all the way from Wellman. Well, Coach, I appreciate you joining us for this pregame. A couple of keys that maybe we should look out for as we watch this game unfold in front of us.
Yeah, we keep it pretty simple. We want to be the most physical team. We want to take care of the football, and we want to limit big plays on defense and while creating big plays for ourselves on the offense, man. So if we can do those things, we like our chances.
Well, Coach, I want to wish you best of luck. Thank you so much for getting us some time before the game to talk with us, and we'll see you down in Bloomfield. But thank you so much for joining us, and we really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on. Go Hawks.
Hi, this is Abby at Hoskin Elevator. The Barnhart family and our employees would like to thank our customers and invite you to stop in or give us a call anytime with your farming or livestock needs. We carry a full line of ADM feed and mineral and offer commodity mixes and custom rations. Along with an ADM nutritionist, let us help you with all of your livestock goals. Hoskin Elevator is proud to work with Stein Soybeans and local Davis Seed to help you with your planting and cover crop needs. We offer on-farm pickup of your corn or soybeans and rock delivery. Once again, from Hoskin Elevator, thank you and go Mustangs.
Go Mustang!
Chris Miller here at Swick's Bar and Grill, east side of the square in Bloomfield. We're a family-oriented restaurant and bar. At Swick's, we love football, college, pro, but better yet, we're a proud supporter of our Davis County Mustang football. Satisfy your hunger with delicious food coming out of our kitchen. All of our menu items, including daily specials, are available for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery. Like and follow Swick's on Facebook for daily specials. And tune in for Swick's Bar and Grill, 52537 live broadcast. Go Mustangs!
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Back in Bloomfield, Mid Prairie won the toss. They have elected to defer. Davis County would get the ball first to start things off here tonight. A pair of 1-0 teams. The winner of this game will go 2-0 and have a share of at least first place in the district. A key game here tonight, the last day of the summer. Bo Flynn has the ball teed up. He runs up, gives it a boot, and off we go. It's a deep kick, and it comes down to Kason Young at the 5. Running up the middle, he's at the 20, the 25. He has a hole. He's at the 40, the 50. Brought down by the kicker at the 48-yard line. A huge return for Kason Young, and that's going to be something that'll give the Mustangs a jolt.
You know, we talked about that. We need something good to happen early just to keep that confidence level high against a really good football team. So that's a great start. He had an alley there. Great job by the kickoff return team blocking, but a nice job by Kason Young seeing it and bursting, accelerating through that hole.
So Davis County starts off at the Mid Prairie 48, opening drive of the ball game, 1st and 10. Prevost is behind Will, the quarterback, who's in the pistol. And to give on the end around on the jet sweep, that was Blaine Meyer, and he gets taken down after a yard gain to the 47.
So Mustangs, you know, just a couple first downs, a big kickoff return help. Another good little thing here would be happening. Just to get a couple first downs, of course, we would love to score. But we need to establish ourselves as a good offensive threat here.
Kason Young is split out wide to the left. Prevost behind Will, who was in the pistol. 2 tight ends in for the Mustangs as well. 2nd and 8. Give to Prevost, running straight ahead. Puts his shoulder down and takes the tackler for a ride inside the 40 to the 39. That's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 3rd and short.
So those who heard Coach Skaggs' pregame interview with Ellis, they were talking about that exact play where last week that exchange was taking a long time, and they have indeed cleaned that up.
3rd and 1 from the 39. Early 3rd down opportunity for Davis County in the opening drive. Prevost takes the handoff. Ooh. And if you go by the official on the near side, looks like he has enough for the first down. He has him marked out right at the 38, and that's where he needed to be.
And the official at the top, he kind of backed off where he originally had the spot.
They're going to mark him short, Coach.
Ooh, that's almost worth measuring.
Yeah.
That's right on it.
That's a short game, no gain for Prevost, and that'll bring up 4th and less than a yard.
Yeah,
and now an official's timeout. Looks like we'll have ourselves a measurement. Yeah, that's too close, not the measure, Coach.
And this is where I don't know. I see this in the NFL and college football.
Yeah.
On 4th and short, why teams snap the ball backwards 4 yards to get inches instead of just going under center and sneaking it. But thankfully, we don't have to be in that scenario.
Exactly. They measured, or I think the official just looked it over. They didn't even measure it. The official just looked it over and says, yeah, it's a first down. So, great. 1st and 10 at the 38. Davis County converting on a 3rd down. Prevost in the backfield with Will. And to give the Prevost on 1st down, and he slams into the line. Advances the ball up to close to the 35. So give him a gain of 3.
Typical Brett Prevost.
Yeah.
Falling forward after contact. You don't ever really see him going backwards when he's getting tackled. He's always moving forward.
Prevost came into this game 264 yards. He's just 3 yards behind the.
They're playing man-to-man coverage on a receiver, which is one-on-one on our single wide receiver. That means they're going to have 10 guys around the football in the box because we're a condensed offensive formation. So they're going to, and nobody has their quarterback in the blocking scheme, so we're a little bit outnumbered there.
3rd and 11 from the 39. They need to get it to the Mid Prairie 28 to continue this drive. Davis County moving from left to right with 8:43 remaining in the opening quarter. Play action. Will drops back, throws it over the middle, and it's intercepted. Bringing it back. That's Dylan Henry. He's up the far sideline. He's at the 50, the 40, at the 30. Bielczek maybe has a chance to tackle him. Touchdown. He stretches for the end zone, and I think he's down. Nope, they call it a touchdown. A pick 6 for Dylan Henry, and that is exactly what you did not want to start off this game. Will's first pass is picked off and taken back for 6.
Yeah, and that one, Carter would probably love to have that one. He's trying to make a play. He probably just should have eaten it, thrown out of bounds, taken the sack, or, live with the play another down. But by kind of just jumping and throwing it, it turned out to be in the worst-case scenario for the Mustangs, and I'm sure that's bothering him. It's just a kid trying to make a play, but he probably should get rid of that thing.
So a pick six breaks the seal here tonight. In to kick the extra point, side swinging style from the kicker, Bo Flynn, but it is good. And with 8:18 remaining in the first quarter, a pick six by Mid Prairie breaks the seal. 7-0 Golden Hawks. We'll be back as Davis County will get the ball back right after this on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Hi, this is Abby at Hoskin Elevator. The Barnhart family and our employees would like to thank our customers and invite you to stop in or give us a call anytime with your farming or livestock needs. We carry a full line of ADM feed and mineral and offer commodity mixes and custom.
Chris Miller here at Swick's Bar and Grill, east side of the square in Bloomfield. We're a family-oriented restaurant and bar. At Swick's, we love football, college, pro, but better yet, we're a proud supporter of our Davis County Mustang football. Satisfy your hunger.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Seven 0 our score with 8:18 remaining in the first quarter. I estimate that's about a 70-yard interception return for a touchdown by Dylan Henry for Mid Prairie. Flynn kicks this one away. Young had an impressive opening kickoff. This time he's at the 20, slowed up at short of the 25 and thrown backwards. So they'll give him forward progress to the 20, we'll say the 23, and that's where Davis County will begin their next possession. So Davis County got a first down on their first possession after that fantastic return by Young to the 48, but then the interception.
I think we'd moved the ball pretty well. We had that one second down, that little outside, that sweep, that wing sweep, if you want to call it that. Lost some yards, put us behind the sticks a little bit, but now we're spreading it out a little bit more.
First and 10 from the 23 for Davis County, trailing 7-0. Will, rolling right, fires wide of Blaine Meyer, who was in the flat on the right side at about the 30. And with the incomplete pass, that'll make it 2nd and 10.
So Mustangs have mixed it up here a little bit, just formation-wise. And they're going to probably have 2 or 3 different looks to see what they get the best numbers. And that first look we had, the first formation, just really didn't give us the matchups.
2nd and 10 from the 23. Wide receiver to each side. Will takes a snap. Read option, and it's Prevost. And looks like there was more confusion there between Will and Prevost on that mesh, as I talked about with Coach in the pregame. Only a yard to the 24, and that'll bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, that one looked a little muddy, didn't it? It just wasn't real clear, and that slows it down, and it's also very dangerous.
So 3rd and 9 with the ball at the 24. Davis County is 1 for 2 on 3rd down. Will threw an interception on Davis County's last 3rd down just moments ago. Young is split out wide to the left. They have 3 wide receivers to the right. Grimm is the receiver on the outside. And the play clock was running down.
It's not functioning, I think. They called the timeout.
And Davis County did call their first timeout.
They were in an empty set there. I was looking for a quarterback draw, perhaps, or something like that.
The clock has stopped with 6:43 remaining in the opening quarter. 7-0 Mid Prairie. We'll be back on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Chris Miller here at Swick's Bar and Grill, east side of the square in Bloomfield. We're a family-oriented restaurant and bar. At Swick's, we love football, college, pro, but better yet, we're a proud supporter of our Davis County Mustang football. Satisfy your hunger with delicious food coming out of our kitchen. All of our menu items, including daily specials, are available for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery. Like and follow Swick's on Facebook for daily specials. And tune in for Swick's Bar and Grill, 52537 live broadcast. Go Mustangs!
Coming out of the Mustang timeout, 3rd and 9 from the 24 with 6:43 remaining in the first quarter. Will with an empty backfield, drops back under heavy pressure, flush to his right, and he just throws it away. And yet after he takes a heavy hit, and there's a late flag, maybe roughing the passer on Mid Prairie, as Grady Miller, and there's about 3 players that had Will under siege, and they call roughing the passer on Mid Prairie, and that gives Davis County a break and a first down.
Well, it's not the kind of break you want, but it does keep the sticks moving and gets us kind of out of a hole there a little bit because we were behind the sticks. We hadn't really moved the ball on that. And you can start to see a little bit of we talked about that, the movement of the line of scrimmage. And when we're coming off the ball, we're not getting there. We're not pushing their line back. That's that physicality that both coaches talked about in pregame, that they wanted to win the physicality match up front.
The ball is moved up to the 39 of Davis County. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Davis County had to run a player off to keep 11 on the field. And now Schooley is back on the field. Play clock is down to 6. Will's still trying to direct traffic with 3, with 2, and they have to burn another timeout. With 6:28 remaining in the first quarter. So we will step away for another timeout and be back on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Mentally. 7-0 is our score. Davis County had to burn their second timeout. 6:26 remains here in the first quarter. First and 10 from the 39. Will in the pistol. Prevo behind him. Give to Prevo, running ahead. Man, Prevo runs hard.
Yeah.
He's taken down at the 44. Give him a gain of 5 on first down.
He does run hard, and that's a nice first down pickup. We could take those all night long. I don't know. Carter Will hasn't pulled the ball yet because of the read, and there's a lot of defensive coordinators will say if a team's running that read play, whether either the running back's going to get it or the quarterback, force it to whoever you think is the least dangerous of the two. Carter was a big game guy, a big play guy.
Yeah.
Prevo's a get your 5 yards kind of guy.
To your point, Will has the longest run out of the two of them, that 37-yarder that won the game against Mid Prairie. Hank Buellcheck's checked into the game, and he gets nothing. He loses a yard. As Mid Prairie, you talked about the physicality, Coach. Mid Prairie looks like they're controlling the line of scrimmage here early on. Actually, they'll say no gain on that play.
A lot of white jerseys in our backfield, and that's that physicality match. When you start to see that, you know one team has the edge on that physicality match. So, but going back to that, what a team will do on that exchange is they'll take the lesser of two evils. If they think Brett Prevo's not the big play guy, which he hasn't been, but he's capable of, they're going to force that read to him, and then gear their defense around that.
3rd and 6 from the 43. Trips to the right and a wide receiver to the left. And a flag flies. Time ran out on the play clock before the snap.
Whew, that was quick.
And delay of game is the call. Davis County slow getting their plays out and getting organized. So that turns a 3rd and manageable into a 3rd and long.
Some concerning things here. We got too many men on the field or not enough. Taking timeouts. Here we get beat again before the play starts. Those are frustrating things.
3rd and 11 with the ball back at the 39, make it the 38. Will takes a shotgun snap, swings it out, and it's incomplete. Prevo got drilled almost immediately as the ball arrived. Again, Grady Miller. We've called that name a few times, and Prevost is still down. Yeah, Grady Miller got him. He was vulnerable when he was reaching up for that pass, and Miller got him right in the midsection, and Prevost is still down. Let's step away for an injury timeout. 4:57 remaining in the first quarter. Mid Prairie 7, Davis County nothing, and we'll be back on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
Corby and Jed and their team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go if you're a farmer. They provide the technology and services to make your farming business profitable. They have liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed and corn and soybean seed. And they also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See for yourself why so many farmers in the area trust Corby and Jed and their team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Looking to add value to your property? Looking for a top-rated local business? An easy way to do that is to have a fence installed. This is Jared with Pierce Fence Company. Whether you want a fence to keep your animals safe or a privacy fence to keep others out, Pierce Fence can install many different types of commercial, industrial, or residential fences. At Pierce Fence, we strive for excellence, safety, and quality. Give us a call today and find out why we lead the industry for all your fence projects in Southeast Iowa. You can count on our team here at Pierce Fence Company to get the job done right. Like us on Facebook or visit us at piercefenceco.com.
Brett Prevost is up after being on the ground for an extended amount of time. And the trainers are talking to him. Coach, as we mentioned as we went to the break, Prevost had his arms extended upwards, and Grady Miller just got him right in the rib cage and drove him into the ground. A clean hit.
Yep, good clean football hit. Just in the position that Brett was in, exposed his rib cage a little bit. Looks like he's walking off on it. You know, could have knocked the wind out of him a little bit. He's a tough kid. So I don't think he's getting any extra attention at the moment. So hopefully that's the best. The worst of it is just the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, he's not going back to the trainer's table. He's standing on the sidelines. Meanwhile, Merrick Danley is back to kick this one away for Davis County. It is 4th and 11 with the ball at the 38. Mid Prairie looks like they're bringing the house.
Yes,
here they come. Merrick Danley fumbles the punt. Got away from the initial man. Tried to shovel it away, and he fumbled it. The ball is loose. Doesn't matter who recovers it. It's Mid Prairie ball anyway.
And actually, by fumbling it, Mid Prairie lost a couple yards because if they had spotted him right where where he's going to get tackled, it would have been up near the 30.
That will officially go down as a turnover on downs, as that's a loss of 3.
Okay, he might have seen the pressure coming too, because there was a ton of pressure, and he mishandled the snap a little bit. Might have been a hair low, and tough situation for the Mustangs.
So this is the first time we've seen the Mid Prairie offense on the field. They scored on defense to open the game, a pick 6 by Dylan Henry. Now at the 35, they began with a run by Earhart, and Earhart still on his feet all the way down to the 20, a 15-yard rip by Hudson Ehrenfeld.
Yeah, he's a good-looking runner.
So just right off the bat, 15 yards, and Mid Prairie already up 7-0, looking to add to their lead with 4:42 remaining in the first quarter. Hudson Ehrenfeld is their big running back, 422 yards coming into tonight's game, 5.5 yards a carry with 5 touchdowns. Ehrenfeld again running up the middle. Not quite as much yards this time. Blaine Meyer, among others, making the stop at the 15. That's a gain of 5 for Ehrenfeld. Mid Prairie with the first-year quarterback, Brady Weber. He's a junior, a lefty, 5'6", 160 pounds. 5'9", I should say, 160 pounds. Play action. Weber drops back. Now flush to his right, and he is going to get sacked.
Good job.
Good pursuit by the Davis County defense. And we have a hurt Mustang in the backfield. And I didn't see who hit the turf.
I can't tell. He's moving, trying to get up, so
Hank Buellcheck gets credit for the sack. That's a loss of 4 for Weber.
he wants to get back in the game. I can't see the number yet because I'm half blind up here, but he wants to come back. Yeah,
I think that's Tyler Doyle, number 22. I think that's 22. Our ace cameraman, Cody Kleiman.
There we go.
Said it's number 22.
And you could tell he wanted to get back in the game, so it looks like it might be the wind knocked out of him. That's a good sign. He got up on his own.
Prevost comes in to take his place, so apparently Brett Prevost's feeling okay. Big third down here from the Mustang defense. 3rd and 9 from the 19. Weber rolling left, looking to throw. Fires.
Oh!
Almost intercepted. Undercutting the route was Houston Schooley. Beg your pardon, that was Blaine Meyer that almost picked it off. Regardless, that'll bring up 4th and 9, and early decision for head coach Darren Lambert.
Nice job by the defense. That was a good break on the ball by Meyer, coming up underneath that. He sensed that the whole way. He had a beat on it, but nice job. We can get a stop here. Would be great.
Mid Prairie is going to go for it. 4th and 9 from the 19. Weber to throw again. Throws it deep. Near it, corner of the end zone. Incomplete.
Good.
Threw it too far for Grady Miller, and Davis County holds on defense. How about that?
Nice job by the defensive unit. They kind of got backed in there a little bit, but a good way to finish the drive. Get that turnover on downs and get something positive for us. Sometimes that's all it takes is a little spark like that. It's still a challenge. We got to do a better job up front, moving the line of scrimmage, but that's certainly a good swing in momentum.
3:33 left to go in the opening quarter. Mid Prairie seems like they dominate this game, Coach, but they lead just 7-0. So Davis County just one score down against who you would consider the favorite of this district. 1st and 10 with the ball at the 19. Will keeps it.
There we go.
Running right. Will has running room at the 30. He's at the 40. Puts his shoulder down and still on his feet. Oh, Carter Will to the 49-yard line. Oh, goodness.
That's
Carter
what you
Will
need.
turned into a Mack truck.
You know,
and absolutely drilled a safety. Do we have that on replay? I don't think we do. Okay. Regardless, Davis County has something cooking. Line of scrimmage is the Mid Prairie 48. Will in the shotgun. Buellcheck is the running back behind him.
Uh-oh.
And a fumbled exchange, but I think Will or Buellcheck was it. No, it's Mid Prairie ball. Oh, a fumbled exchange, and Mid Prairie recovers.
Too much penetration there. That defensive lineman met our quarterback and our running back at the point of exchange. That's just way too much penetration in the backfield on that.
Second turnover on Davis County. Landry Gingerich came away with the loose ball. And just like that, Mid Prairie has 1st and 10 at midfield. Hand off to Ehrenfeld, running right. He's at the 40, 1st down and more, twisting down inside the 35 to about the 33, a gain of 17 for Ehrenfeld.
You can see how football is such a momentum game. There's about 3 or 4 plays right there. The momentum has changed 2 or 3 times.
Mid Prairie moving quickly. Ehrenfeld again gets submarined, and looks like we might have a Mustang down. there was a Mustang that went low on Ehrenfeld. Looked like he took the worst of that tackle. That was Carter Will. It looks like he's up and he's okay. Ehrenfeld got brought down at about the 26. That's a gain of 7 for Ehrenfeld. That'll bring up 2nd and 3. Under 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Mid Prairie with a 7-0 lead, and they have 2nd and 3 with the ball at the 26. Ehrenfeld again. Hitting the backfield, shakes out of a tackle. Lost the ball.
Ball loose, yep.
It's loose at the 25-yard line. Who has it? And it looks like Mid Prairie got back on it. Ehrenfeld was able to recover his own fumble. However, just a gain of 2 for Ehrenfeld, and that'll bring up 3rd and 1. Actually, we'll call that 3rd and 2. Line of scrimmage is at 25. Weber hands it off to Ehrenfeld again, running straight ahead, 1st down and more. And Coach, after he gets taken out to the 19, you saw the line just move.
The line movement there.
Yeah.
And
it was really evident on that play.
Yeah. You see the white jerseys moving the red jerseys. And
backward, yep.
Last week I thought it was in the other direction. We were doing a good job of controlling that line of scrimmage.
We have another hurt Mustang on the field. Looks like is that Prevost again? Yeah, that is Prevost again.
Looks like he's tying his shoe.
I see him on the ground. I'm not used to seeing Prevost on the ground for an extended amount of time.
Yeah, the trainer is turned around.
Yeah. So Prevost has his shoe taken care of. 1st and 10 for Mid Prairie at the Davis County 19. 1:03 remaining in the first quarter. Mid Prairie leading Davis County 7-0 here in Bloomfield. This drive has featured nothing but Ehrenfeld runs so far. And he gets it again. This time he runs left. Submarine by Carter Will. And he got tackled from behind as well by Owen Bell. No gain for Ehrenfeld to make it 2nd and 10. So Davis County again has a chance to show a little resistance here in the red zone. 2nd and 10 from the 19, 2 wide receivers to the right, play action. Weber rolls right, looking to throw, puts his foot down, fires for the end zone, too long for everybody, over everybody's head, incomplete.
Great job.
But the Mustangs had beautiful coverage down the field. There was nobody open. Looks like Weber was just throwing that one away.
Yep, they did, and they didn't really leave the quarterback much running room. There's a lane integrity about pass rush, because sometimes if you're just freewheeling it when you pass rush, you create bubbles. If your defensive goes way around outside and your tackle goes way around inside, there's a huge bubble. But good lane integrity by the defensive line to really not give the quarterback many options other than that. I'm having a hard time here, other than to throw it.
3rd and 10 from the 19. Weber back to throw again. This time rolling left. Looking, fires over the middle. Pass is caught at the 5, and that will be the last play of the first quarter. Nice catch there by Caden Koss.
I thought we had a chance to step in front of that and pick that off there a little bit.
That's a 14-yard gain, and they stop the clock with 3 seconds remaining, and they run the clock, and that will do it for the first quarter. An eventful first quarter. Our score at the end of 1, Mid Prairie 7, Davis County nothing. We'll be back for quarter number 2 right after this on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Do you need a fence built? Call Skylar at Hopkins Fencing in Bloomfield and save yourself some blood, sweat, and tears. Skylar can build whatever kind of fence you need, from barbed wire, woven, continuous, and custom welding. Check out the Hopkins Fencing Facebook page for lots of pictures of the quality fencing jobs he has done. Call Skylar at Hopkins Fencing in Bloomfield today to get on his fall building list, as it will fill up fast. You can find his number on Facebook or call 641-208-6310.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
For Davis County are hard to read, though, a little bit, aren't they?
They were weird fonts.
You're watching the
Second quarter, getting set to begin. It will start off with Mid Prairie having a first and goal at the Davis County 5, leading 7-0. Yeah, easy for me to say, right?
Yes, I'm contagious with that, huh?
A pick six by Dylan Henry was our only score in the first quarter on the opening drive of the ball game. Since then, most of this game has been played on the Davis County side of the field. First and goal from the 5. Keeper by Weber, and he got yanked short of the goal line. Nope, they called it a touchdown. Somehow, Weber was able to reach across before he got yanked backwards, and Brady Weber has a 5-yard touchdown to make it 13-0 on the first play of the second quarter.
That big third down play by Mid Prairie, that little rollout to the left, that was a great throw and catch. I thought we had him pinned down, and really it's been their running back has made some yards.
Extra point is blocked.
Good job.
And with 11:53 remaining in the second quarter, Mid Prairie now has a 13-0 lead over Davis County. We'll take a break and see if Davis County has an answer right after this on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
This is Tim, owner of Slayton Polaris. We have seen a lot of changes since we opened our doors in 1988. One thing that hasn't changed is the way we treat our customers. We still offer the best machines at the best possible prices and strive to treat everyone the way we would want to be treated. This has been our policy since we started the business. If you're looking for the best in off-road vehicles, I'd like to invite you to stop in and meet us at Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
7-0, I beg your pardon, 13-0 is our score. Short kickoff that's picked up by Tyler Doyle.
Ooh.
And look at him go. Nice return up to the 42. Oh, they'll mark it at the 43-yard line. So Tyler Doyle, one of the upbacks, brings it up to the 43-yard line. So Davis County has had decent field position, Coach.
We have.
They just haven't been able to get it deep into Mid Prairie territory. This drive will start from their own 43. They trail 13-0 with 11:46 remaining in the opening quarter. Beg your pardon, the second quarter.
We can't allow penetration at the point of exchange, and that's what's happened a couple times.
Two receivers to the left. That's Meyer and Schooley. Young is the long wide receiver to the right. First and 10. Play action. Will under heavy pressure, and he goes down. That was Landon Sullivan with the sack, and Will taken all the way back to the 34-yard line. That's a loss of 9.
This really puts us behind the count. We wanted to do this last week, put that team of Central Lee behind the count because they weren't a great throwing team. We can throw the ball. We haven't done a ton of it, but we're fully capable. But this is not where we want to be. Or it's not where anybody wants to be, but particularly us.
Despite Will's 33-yard run, looks like Mid Prairie was not buying that ball fake whatsoever. And now the handoff and getting just engulfed in the backfield. Grady Miller among others.
Mid Prairie obviously watched our film.
Yeah.
Because this was our offense last week. It was this exchange last week. Now, I'm sure we have a few things off of it, But this is our meat and potatoes, and they've obviously done a good job of scouting that and preparing for it.
Loss of 1 for Hank Buelcheck, 3rd and 20. With the ball back at their own 33 now for Davis County. Need to take it all the way to the Mid Prairie 47 for a first down. Will with a shovel pass, and it's dropped by Prevost, and it's ruled incomplete. So just nothing working on that drive for Davis County, and they'll go 3 and out and have to punt it away. And this proved to be an adventure last time Merrick Danley was in.
And Merrick's done a great job all year in really stressful situations, punting the ball. That last attempt, the snap just got away from him a little bit, but I don't think they're going to come after it this time.
Doesn't look like they're crowding a line of scrimmage, and flags fly before the snap with 10:19 remaining in the second quarter, and a false start called on Davis County. That's their second penalty of the night. There's some, I don't know if you can be selective, but this point right here, this drive, you'd probably just want to burn the tape of this drive.
Yeah.
Just nothing.
And there are times as coaches you just don't show it to them because it's just not saying they won't do it here, but.
Well, now Mid Prairie looks like they're going to rush, and Danley does get it away just under the paw of one of the rushers. That takes a sideways bounce out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. And so Mid Prairie will take over, leading 13-0. 10-11 remaining in the second quarter. A pick six by Dylan Henry and a touchdown run by Brady Weber have been the two scores for Mid Prairie. So this drive will start from the Mid Prairie 39. I'd say Aaron Feld is pretty warmed up, and he takes the handoff, gets taken down by Jersey. Look at Gavin Walker. Bigger part, that was Merrick Danley.
Yeah, nice job.
He grabbed him by the jersey and just yanked him backwards. Nice tackle, just to gain a 2 for Aaron Feld. No, Dad was proud of that tackle. 2nd and 8 coming up for Davis County with the ball at the 41-yard line with 9:44 remaining. Aaron Feld again. This time he has running room, bursting free, still on his feet, inside the 30, inside the 25, and down at the 21.
Yeah, he looked like he had some intention with that run, didn't he? You could tell he wasn't going to dance. He was going to get right downfield, run north and south. They're hurrying up, too.
Aaron Feld again.
Nice job.
Double teamed at that time. Danley and Bell combined to make the stop at the 20.
Aaron Feld with the 2-yard pickup.
There are a lot of teams that do that. If you have a big play, you could have a call. We used to have a call. It's called Mustang. If we'd have a 40-yard play, we'd line up as fast as we could the same way and run the exact same play, try to catch the team off guard. That's what they did right there. Ran the exact same play in a quick hurry-up situation.
Weber keeps it, throws, and it's incomplete, just off the fingertips of the intended receiver who was coming in on a crossing route on the far side. Hertzberger was the intended receiver. It was a bit too high, and that'll bring up 3rd and 8. By the way, that run moments ago by Aaron Feld, 38 yards. So he has a 15, 17, and now a 38-yard run here in the first half. 8:52 remaining in the second quarter. 3rd and 8. Aaron Felt again. Spinning off a hole. Flag is down. He reaches for the end zone. He has nope, they have him down at the 1, but there's a flag back at the line of scrimmage, and holding is the call against Mid Prairie. So wipe out that big run by Aaron Felt. And that will take Mid Prairie back and make it 3rd and very long. That was thrown by the referee, so you knew he saw something right on the onset.
It looked a little late.
Yeah. Wow, he called offense number 50. That was the center,
Center.
Connor Wiles. So the ball is pushed back to the 29-yard line. Play action. Weber looking to throw. In comes Carter Will, and the pass is incomplete. The rush by Carter Will from the weak side forced Weber to get rid of that ball quickly. He tried to throw it to the right sideline, had a couple of receivers in the area, but it was incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down. So Will did apply the pressure. It's 3rd and 20. Make that 4th and 20.
I'd look for the quarterback to be moving to his left.
Ball at the 29-yard line, so Mid Prairie will go for it. Doesn't make much sense to punt here. And I guess they don't have enough faith in their kicking game to kick it from here either. Empty backfield on 4th and 20. 5 wide receivers out, 3 to the right, and early movement by Mid Prairie. A couple of wide receivers on the right side. Grady Miller, along with Kobe Hirschberger, both took a false step, and that'll cost them another 5 yards. So now the line of scrimmage is the 34. 4th and 25. Weber slips, fires over the middle. Open man! It's caught, and a touchdown. Aaron Hart on a seam pattern right down the middle.
That was a great catch. He went up for that ball. I thought it was going to go over his head. That was a great catch by a running back.
34-yard touchdown pass. And Aaron Felt showing some athleticism on that catch. And the extra point is good. And with 8:26 remaining in the second quarter, it's now Mid Prairie 20, Davis County nothing, and we'll be back on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Get back to your life sooner with orthopedic care at Davis County Hospital and Clinics. Whether it's a shoulder or knee problem or a broken bone, Davis County Hospital and Clinics is here for you. Our specialists and team members will treat you with care from your first visit to surgery through rehab and therapy. Comprehensive orthopedic care isn't a long drive away. It's right here at Davis County Hospital.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Here's the kickoff. Tyler Doyle again, this time trying to swing it to the near side. He gets pounded down, and he's still on the turf at the 35-yard line. Good sportsmanship by a couple of Hawks helping him back up. So Doyle returns it to the 35, and that's where Davis County will take over, now trailing 20-0. How about that catch by Aaron Felt over the middle?
Yeah.
On 4th and 25. Just bomb it over the middle and see what happens.
Yeah.
And, well, it came down gold for Mid Prairie and the Golden Hawks. So Davis County looking to get something sustainable on offense. Empty backfield on 1st and 10 from the 35. Blitz coming. It's a quarterback draw. Will was able to get past the initial wave, and he makes a positive gain out of it to about the 38, a gain of 3.
They're playing really tight coverage on the outside. They're, in a way, when they're walked up like that, they're almost daring you to throw it deep. They really are. They're not back far enough where you can have the quick passing game. They're practically saying, go ahead, try me, throw it deep.
2nd and 7 from the 38. With 7:45 remaining in the second quarter, Davis County with the ball, trailing 20-0. Handoff, Prevost. Gets a yard, and that is it. Maybe 2 to the 40, and that'll bring up 3rd and 5.
2-yard carry for Prevost. We'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the
Huge down here for the Davis County offense. What will Davis County have dialed up here? Jace Jackson's into the game. He's a wide receiver to the right. 3 receivers are to the left. Will's in the pistol with Buellcheck behind him. Mid Prairie showing blitz. Here they come. Will keeps it. Spins out of a couple tackles. And he has a first down close to the 50-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 49. So give him a gain of 9 on third down, and that moves to 6 for Davis County.
We kind of caught him in a blitz there. We ran the play away from the blitz, which was a blessing for us because it gave us a little bit of space, but a nice job by Carter Will.
Davis County has 1st and 10 at their own 49. Clock moving. 6:36 remaining in the first half. Davis County down 20-0. Buellcheck in the backfield. Coming into motion is Meyer. Jet sweep, and Meyer ran into his own man. And they'll mark his forward progress down at the 45-yard line. They were rather demonstrative in driving him into the turf.
They sniffed that play out, too. We haven't seen that much motion. And when we do see that motion, we're generally giving him the ball. So I'd look for the Mustangs to potentially run that motion and not give it to him and just stay with their run game. But they were all over that.
That's a loss of 4 on that run by Blaine Meyer. 2 out of the 3 carries for Meyer have gone from negative yards so far in this game. 2nd and 14 from the 45. Will with a straight drop back. Jumps and throws, and the pass is caught right around the original line of scrimmage for Braden Smith. So a gain of 4 will make it 3rd and 10.
He doesn't have a lot of time. He's throwing that off with the weight on his back foot because he's got people right in his face.
That's the first completed pass for Will in this game. That brings up another 3rd down. 3rd and 10 from the 49-yard line. Davis County has 1 timeout remaining. Mid Prairie has all 3 left here in the first half. 5:10 left to go in the second quarter. 3rd and 10 from the 49. Blitz coming. And it is, I don't know if that was Will or Prevo or Buellcheck on the carry. I think it's Buellcheck that takes it to the 50. One of those really muddled up mesh points.
I wouldn't be surprised to see us maybe try to go to a longer snap count because they're timing their blitz up and they're really trying to blitz right into that exchange. So if we would go on 2 or on 3, we might be able to get some free ones and just slow down that blitzing defense.
4th and 9. Merrick Danley kicks this one away. Nice punt. And slipping was Dylan Henry right before he got going. And he's down at the 17-yard line.
We got 2 coats of paint on that line out there, so raised it up just a little bit.
32-yard punt by Merrick Danley. No return. 1st and 10, Mid Prairie.
So Mid Prairie takes over with 4:24 remaining in the second quarter, leading 20-0. Mid Prairie has scored the last 2 times they've had the ball. This is their worst field position of the night, however, at the 18. Screen pass on the far side. That's caught. And it should be a first down as the receiver on the far side got knocked out of bounds. I believe that was Dylan Henry on the catch.
Pass complete to Dylan Henry for pickup 11, 1st and 10.
And that was a gain of 11 to the 29 and a first down.
Oh, boy.
And now another run by Ehrenfeld. Look at Ehrenfeld go. Jace Jackson finally able to bring him down at the Davis County 46-yard line. Another huge run by Ehrenfeld.
Ehrenfeld with the first down. Tackle made by Houston Schooley and Jace Jackson.
Another 25-yard run by Ehrenfeld. And looks like Mid Prairie has called timeout.
He's been impressive.
Yes, he has.
With Ehrenfeld, with he showed right there. I mean, he's run over people, but he went up there with his pad level low and did a nice little spin move. He's gone up and caught a nice ball on a touchdown. I mean, he's been impressive.
It was Davis County who called their final timeout. And I don't know if this is good or bad news, Coach. Hudson Ehrenfeld, he's just a sophomore, believe it or not.
It's good news if he transfers to Davis County. But that's an impressive looking sophomore.
Yeah. with the Davis County timeout, that stops the clock with 4:07 remaining in the second quarter. 20-0 is our score. Mid Prairie leading Davis County. Just missed opportunities, and I think the tail of this half is just really, really good field position for Davis County, and just the Mustangs not being able to take advantage of it.
Right. We started off with a great kickoff return. We had another nice kickoff return. Carter Will with a nice run penetrate. We just don't do anything after that point. We're spreading out a few plays, but we're not stringing them together in succession.
Coming out of the timeout, 1st and 10 from Mid Prairie from the Davis County 46. Weber looked like that was a busted play. He gets taken down in the backfield by Carter Will back at the 40. Oh, they'll mark it at the 49-yard line. That's a loss of 3. Second and 13 from the 39. Weber with a straight drop back. Fires quick. Henry has it. He slipped on the turf again. The turf monster got him again.
Yep. All those
at the
coats of paint.
41-yard line. So a gain of 8 to make it 3rd and 5. Mid Prairie moving quickly. Weber to throw again. Fires over the middle. Open man, and he's got it. Kobe Hirschberger down at the 9. Hirschberger with his first catch of the night. A 32-yard connection. Now 1st and goal from the 9. And Aaron Felt takes it for a yard to the 8. When Aaron Felt only runs for a yard, you're wondering, okay, what's wrong with that guy?
Yeah, what was wrong there is Carter Will made a great play.
Yeah.
He really did. Carter Will, we don't talk about his defensive ability enough.
Weber slings it outside quick to Koss. And a nice open field tackle.
Not to destroy your point
Meyer.
there.
Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, not to destroy your point there, because you see Aaron Feld get the ball and you think, well, that was only 2 yards or a yard lost, but because he is something else. But nice play there by Carter Will. And it'd be nice to get a hold, just to get a stop here and force them to kick a field goal.
3rd and goal from the 6. 2:20 remaining in the second quarter. Mid Prairie looking to add to their 20-0 lead as they are marching towards the end zone to our right. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Weber in the gun with Aaron Feld to his left.
Touchdown.
Weber on the keeper, running left, untouched. Into the end zone, touchdown Mid Prairie.
Weber with a 6-yard touchdown run. Mid Prairie
And
26, Davis County 0.
It's like they were doing the hurry up there, Coach, and they didn't need to. It was more like they were practicing their hurry up almost.
Yeah, I think they have a nice change of tempo, and it when you're a team like Davis County that has,
And the extra point is knocked through by Bo Flynn to make it 27-0. Go ahead, Coach.
When you're a team like Davis County that has a lot of players going both ways, that change of tempo and speeding it up like that, you're wearing down Davis County's defense, but you're also wearing down a lot of their offensive players who have to come back out on the next series now and play offense, and they're winded from a hurry-up tempo. It can take that killer instinct. It's that takes the last air out of your opponent by doing that, and just kind of breaks their will.
The score after the first quarter was 7-0. Mid Prairie has outscored Davis County 20-0. And honestly, Coach, when Davis County has had trouble, it's been that second quarter that's really come up to bite them. Bo Flynn has the ball teed up at the 40. Set to kick this one away to Davis County. And there's the kick. That one goes deep. That gets past Young and bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Fortunately for Davis County, because that was out of the reach of Young.
Clock's still running.
Yeah, we don't have a running clock yet. Don't know why the clock is still running. And it's still running.
Clock!
Sorry.
Ken Anderson had to take matters into his own hands. I don't think the referee noticed that much time went off the clock. And so now Davis County only has a minute 39 as they start from their own 20. Will in the pistol. Prevost is the running back behind them. 1st and 10 from the 20. Mid Prairie showing blitz. Here they come, and it's Prevost moving forward for maybe a yard. And Mid Prairie has called their first timeout with a minute 30 remaining. So the modus operandi for Mid Prairie is pretty clear. Stop Davis County on 2nd and 3rd down and try to get the ball back.
Yep. And the way they've been throwing it on 3rd and long, why not?
Yeah.
And so what this play, the read play, we've talked about the last 2 weeks, it was so successful against Central Lee. There's 2 differences. One, Mid Prairie's better, a better opponent. But 2, they're blitzing almost every time. So if you're reading, if you're a quarterback and you have to, if I'm the quarterback and I stick it in Ellis Kojo's stomach, and all of a sudden there's blitzers, there's nobody to read.
Right.
Your read is taken away, so it's a guess, and it slows down your instinct, and it really clouds things up. So that's why you'll watch 90% of the time just walking up and blitzing.
Well, and you mentioned that Mid Prairie looks like they're just daring Davis County to throw because they're playing press coverage on the outside as well. 2nd and 9 from the 21, and, well, there's movement on both sides there. Looked like Mid Prairie jumped across, looked like Prevost moved early, and they call an offside on Mid Prairie. Mid Prairie did move first.
Yep.
I will say that. And there were about 3 Golden Hawks that jumped early. And the offside penalty goes against Mid Prairie.
So to stop that, we can do a couple things. Long count, like right there. Go long count and try to catch them jumping off sides and slow down that blitz.
2nd and 4 from the 26. Toss to Young on the outside, and Young is slung forward. He has a first down at the 35-yard line. A tidy 9-yard gain for Casey Young and a first down for Davis County.
The other thing you can do is you can just take your exchange and put it to the end man on the line of scrimmage.
The clock is still moving, even though there's a first down. Well, I guess maybe the official wound the clock. Yeah. We're at a minute 4 and counting left to go in the first half. 20-0 Mid Prairie. Davis County with 1st and 10 at their own 35.
There we go.
Hand off to Prevost. Lunging forward to the 41. And that will give them a gain of 6.
And that time they read the defensive end, number 70. So instead of reading people inside with all those blitzers and having it cloudy, you do it to the last man on the line of scrimmage. If he takes the running back, you pull it. If he goes to the quarterback, you give it to the running back.
Quinn Callahan is the man you're talking about, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Now just 28 seconds left. Keep in mind, Davis County has no timeouts remaining. 1st and 10 from the 40. Make that 2nd and 4 from the 41.
There we go.
Give to Prevost, running straight ahead, has a first down. That should stop the clock momentarily with 12 seconds remaining. Ball now at the 46. Another 5-yard run by Prevost.
First down, Davis County.
They wind the clock, and that should about do it for the first half, as I don't think Will has enough time to get the play off, and he does not.
Well, I like the way we ended that half a little bit on offense at least.
So we have reached halftime. Our score from here in Bloomfield, it has been all Golden Hawks, Mid Prairie 27, Davis County nothing. We'll take a break and come back to talk about the first half dominated by Mid Prairie here in this Week 5 matchup. We'll be back on the Tumble Radio Group Sports Network.
Your best choice for groceries is Brothers Market in Bloomfield, where they treat you like family. They're proud to offer Best Choice branded items. While you're there, check out the awesome selection in their meat department and make sure and find something for your sweet tooth in the bakery. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook to keep up with all their specials. Stop into Brothers Market in Bloomfield, where they treat you like family. Located 1 block off the northeast corner of the Bloomfield Square. Is your back telling you it's time for a new mattress? Darren at Dixon's Mattress Outlet is the man to see. Dixon's Mattress Outlet sells new mattresses of all sizes. They also have a great selection of area rugs, sheets, and pillows. Needing a mattress for the camper or a rollaway bed? Darren has those too. Call Darren today and get the best rest for less. Call Dixon's Mattress Outlet today at 641-664-3060. And don't forget to like them on Facebook.
Hello, I'm Dan Stalker, president of First Iowa State Bank with locations in Albia, Bloomfield, Cantrell, Eddyville, and Keosauqua. First Iowa State Bank is a proud sponsor of our local community events, including youth sports, 4-H, FFA, and anything ag-related. We have many employees who are directly involved with their community events, organizations, fundraising, and volunteering. We understand the importance of small-town traditions, and we love being a part of them. Thank you for banking with
First Iowa State Bank of Albia, Bloomfield, Cantrell, Eddyville, and Keosauqua. Member FDIC.
Why do people love bench warmers? It starts with the best wings. Never frozen with 22 different wing sauces. Or you can enjoy our loaded menu that includes tasty sandwiches, daily homemade soups, daily specials, appetizers, pizza complete with wonderful service. Benchwarmers' delicious food, the best wings, and fun atmosphere makes it a wonderful place to enjoy with family, co-workers, and friends. Benchwarmers, the area's go-to eating destination in Ottumwa.
Do you need a fence built? Call Skylar at Hopkins Fencing in Bloomfield and save yourself some blood, sweat, and tears. Skylar can build whatever kind of fence you need, from barbed wire, woven, continuous, and custom welding. Check out the Hopkins Fencing Facebook page for lots of pictures of the quality fencing jobs he has done. Call Skylar at Hopkins Fencing in Bloomfield today to get on his fall building list, as it will fill up fast. You can find his number on Facebook or call 641-208-6310.
This is Chris Merle at Hamilton Produce. We have what you need to keep everything on your farm or in the shop in working order, including a full line of cattle chutes and calving equipment. We are also your best source for the most competitive prices on LP gas. Check out our full line of Carhartt clothing and dry shod boots. And did we mention we now carry Orca coolers as well? Hamilton Produce, your one-stop shop for all your farm and hardware needs, just off the square in Bloomfield or on the old Brick Plant Road in Ottumwa.
This is Josh with Pulaski Lumber. Whatever project you are working on, we have what you need. We have everything from shingles to siding, plumbing supplies, paint, and all the other basics. If we don't have what you need in stock, we can always get it. We also have a large selection of Milwaukee power tools. If you need professional advice on a project, we are always happy to help. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard. Don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Looking to add value to your property? Looking for a top-rated local business? An easy way to do that is to have a fence installed. This is Jared with Pierce Fence Company. Whether you want a fence to keep your animals safe or a privacy fence to keep others out, Pierce Fence can install many different types of commercial, industrial, or residential fences. At Pierce Fence, we strive for excellence, safety, and quality. Give us a call today and find out why we lead the industry for all your fence projects in Southeast Iowa. You can count on our team here at Pierce Fence Company to get the job done right. Like us on Facebook or visit us at piercefenceco.com.
Hi, this is Abby at Hoskin Elevator. The Barnhart family and our employees would like to thank our customers and invite you to stop in or give us a call anytime with your farming or livestock needs. We carry a full line of ADM feed and mineral and offer commodity mixes and custom rations. Along with an ADM nutritionist, let us help you with all of your livestock goals. Hoskin Elevator is proud to work with Stein soybeans and local Davis seed to help you with your planting and cover crop needs. We offer on-farm pickup of your corn or soybeans and rock delivery. Once again, from Hoskin Elevator, thank you and go Mustangs.
Go Mustangs! You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
No, Glenn, look at the scoreboard.
27-0 is our score at the half. Mid Prairie leading Davis County in this battle of a couple of 1-0 teams in the district. Mid Prairie looking about as good as you would expect, Coach, as they have a great tradition up in Wellman, and they are always tough against the Mustangs. Davis County has not beaten them since 2010. Mid Prairie won the toss, elected to defer, and right off the bat, actually a good kickoff return by Kaysen Young to start things off. But then on third down, maybe a little bit of pressure. We've seen Will kind of be uncharacteristically kind of he's been jumping and passing a lot, which I have not seen him do at all this season, but he did it in the opening drive. That led to a pick six.
Right, got a little, he had some pressure in his face. He's trying to make a play against a good football team. That pressure was right, and he just overthrew it, and they took it for a pick six. And that's what good teams will do. We did that last week to Central Lee. We made them play uncharacteristically, and it's happening to us tonight too. And as we talked, Mid Prairie is just dominating the line of scrimmage, and we have some good football players up there. We have some big, strong kids, but Mid Prairie is just. And one of the reasons they're dominating is I wouldn't put it all on our offensive line. Mid Prairie's just blitzing like crazy.
Yeah.
They're just blitzing all the time. You just send more people than we have to block. And we've got to be able to handle that. And we started to adjust maybe a little bit there. Instead of trying to read that in the middle, we're reading it at the end man on the line of scrimmage. That will help. Changing up your snap count will help slow down that blitz. We can get them a couple times to jump off sides. Then they'll have to sit on their heels and wait for the snap. That could be to our advantage as well.
The pick six by Dylan Henry was the only score of the first quarter, so it was only 7-0. There were a couple of promising plays that Davis County had. A 33-yard run by Carter Will that got Davis County into Mid Prairie territory. That drive fizzled out. But a fumble and an interception in the first quarter, when you're looking to limit your mistakes against a team like Mid Prairie, that honestly put Davis County behind the 8 ball, even though it was just 7-0 after the first quarter.
Yeah, turnovers, and they flatten your enthusiasm a little bit. That pick six, in a way, it would have been better had Mid Prairie had a drive. That pick six is just takes the wind out of your sails a little bit. And then a fumble, you can't turn the ball over against a good football team.
So Mid Prairie, on the first play of the second quarter, scored on a 5-yard run by Brady Weber. Extra point was missed to make it 13-0. Davis County went 3 and out. Then Mid Prairie went on a drive starting off at their own 39-yard line, and 4th and 25 from the 34-yard line, and Weber found a wide open Hudson Ehrenfeld, who was a stud in the first half. He caught a 34-yard touchdown pass. I think really that was the play that was a backbreaker because, 4th and 25, and they come up with a play like that. That's just, a man running free like that, how does that happen?
You don't know, and I've noticed a couple times they've got our safeties split a little bit. We're off the hash marks, and both those balls, 3rd and 4th down balls, have been right down the middle, and they're threatening our safeties to come off the hash a little bit. But yeah, that just it breaks your back. It's a tough one, and it's a hard pill to swallow because you fought so hard to put them at 4th and 25, and it's one play, and it's just tough.
That made it 20-0. Davis County went 3 and out after they got the ball back. Actually, they had a couple of first downs, but then they had the punt. And then Mid Prairie, starting with their worst field position of the night, back at their 18-yard line. Well, not a problem after Hudson Ehrenfeld had a 38-yard run and a 25-yard run. And Weber finished it off with a 6-yard run, his second touchdown run of the first half to make it 27-0. So as we look at the stats, Coach, Hudson Ehrenfeld, 12 carries, 120 yards.
Wow.
Yeah. That is the best way to say it, just wow.
That's tough. And he's a sophomore.
Yeah, and
he's a sophomore in his senior body. He just does not look like a 15 or 16-year-old kid out there. The way he moves, how physical he is, and his agility and strength. It's an impressive kid.
So if you're Davis County, you're in the locker room, it's 27-0. I don't think it's time for the come to Jesus speech yet.
No.
It's more of, look, we've made mistakes in that first half. There were points in this game where it looked like they were able to hang with Mid Prairie. It's just that they've been executing a lot better than Davis County has.
They have. We've self-destructed. We had a pick six. We gave up 2, one on a 4th down. Was the other one 4th down, that long pass, or the third and long?
It was 4th down.
2 4th down.
Oh yeah, that one 3rd and long.
Yes.
That turned into the touchdown at
Correct.
the beginning of the second quarter. You're right. I think it's like 3rd and 10.
It is.
Yeah.
Those are 3 or 4 plays. We had that's 21 points on 3 plays. Now, they've dominated the line of scrimmage, but it doesn't matter if they dominate the line of scrimmage if you can keep the game close. And if we could take those 3 or 4 plays, that's what you're talking about in the locker room. Because right now, if when Brian Skaggs talked about we're establishing some confidence and you see it in the hallway, those are things you want to maintain. And if you just jump in there down 27-0 to a team that's probably better than you right now, and just jump down the field, you might lose kids. You might lose your team for the entire season. It's not the time. The time would be if it's an evenly matched game and we're just not playing well against the team that we feel we should be beating, then you might jump on them. But right now, this is not a time. This is a good football team, so let's be constructive. Let's talk to the kids let's come out and do some little things right. We'll make some adjustments. We'll do some of those things, and let's try to find small victories in the next quarter, small victories in the next drive. Let's find a small victory on kickoff. And let's start that way and try to build constructively, because sometimes in today's world, if you jump on them too quick, too fast, and with too much energy right away, you lose kids and you lose a program.
I completely agree. We'll take another timeout, and when we come back, we will begin the second half and have a couple more thoughts on the first half as well. 27-0, Mid Prairie leads Davis County, and we will return on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Insane Motors on Madison Avenue in Ottumwa is a motorcycle and ATV store offering reasonable prices on parts and accessories. Specializing in V-twins, but also all makes and models of motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides. A great gift idea, no matter the occasion, for the rider in your life. Stop in, call to order, and they can drop ship nearly anywhere. Call and speak with Alan for all your questions or to get your repairs scheduled. Insane Motors, where it's all about the ride.
High-speed internet is here, powered by a 100% fiber optic network. Citizens Mutual provides reliable, fiber-to-the-home, high-speed internet to rural Iowa.
My children and my grandchildren, when they come here, they didn't like to come visit very much because they couldn't get on their devices. Well, now they love it because they can have chats with their friends. People don't realize how isolated sometimes people are out in the rural areas. So, yeah, it's awesome.
Visit findmyfiber.mycmtech.com.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree, and our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
Looking to buy or sell real estate? Lincoln Lynch at Lynch Realty in Bloomfield is the guy to call. Lynch Realty is a family-owned business, and it's their policy to serve the community. Whether you are looking to buy or sell real estate or farmland, give Lincoln a call. And don't forget, he also owns Lynch Boys Auction Service, and they can help you with all your auction needs as well. For current listings or for more information, visit lynchrealtyinc.com. That's lynchrealtyinc.com.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium. That is a very loud band.
Yeah.
That's good, though.
Yep. I want to, Jeff and Amy Cook, Jeff Cook, the high school band instructor, Amy Cook, the middle school, they do such a tremendous job. They take it very serious. They get kids out there enthused about the kids. They do things in the off season and things like that, like athletes do. I just want to, they do a wonderful job. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Mid Prairie will get the ball first. It is 27-0 Golden Hawks. They lost their first 3 games of the season. Then they won last week versus West Burlington Notre Dame, 40-18, and now they have a 27-0 lead over Davis County. So if they win this game, they'll have an inside track to the top spot in the district. Davis County, of course, 1-0 coming into today after their win on the road versus Central Lee. They will be playing Albia next week here at home, and that will be Davis County's homecoming, which will also serve as their home finale. We've already reached the end of the home schedule for the football season. The football season goes by so quickly.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's enjoyable, and it's like we talked last week. It's nice to have the community feeling. I thought last week was a great on-a-road victory to have that feeling of community, seeing it on the other sideline as we won the game. Next week, homecoming. But tonight, we still have another half of football to play.
Actually, yeah, we do. And go ahead, Coach.
Oh, you mentioned they were 0-3. And Coach Lambert talked in his pregame interview with you about their tough start to their schedule, and it serves a great purpose for them. And I think sometimes fans and even teams get caught up in that non-conference, that non-district schedule really doesn't mean much. And if you go into the season like that and you talk to your kids about it, right now we're just going to get better. And that's what they did. They played some tough teams, and they just got better and better and better. And they're very physical because they've played against physical football teams. If you use that as a measuring stick and a learning tool rather than, oh, gosh, we got to play this team and they're really good, and I don't know if I want to do that in a non-district, that's maybe a different way to look at it. Go out and be competitive, and even if you take your lumps, you build for now a chance to be 2-0.
And take it from head coach Darren Lambert. Look at his shoes. This is his first year as a football coach. He had to go 3 weeks. He had to go 4 weeks before he got his first win.
Right.
And, I mean, I don't know what's like in Wellman, if they're patient or not, but human nature would just tell people, okay, what's up with this new guy? Why isn't he?
Right.
Why haven't we won a game yet? Now, they look a lot better, and the competition, maybe not as tough as what they played in the non-district, but it did prepare them for district.
It is, and he was very transparent about it, and I think if he was probably more than likely very transparent with his team about it as well.
So Mid Prairie would get the ball first. They have proven to be very impressive here tonight. We'll see how Landon Fetcho, Davis County's kicker, will look on this first kickoff in the second half. This is the first time that he has kicked off today. Ehrenfeld and Koss are back to receive for Mid Prairie. $27-0 is our score as we get set to begin half number 2. And here's Fetcho to kick it off. High spinner. That comes down to Koss at the 6. Running up the far hash. He's at the 20 and gets undercut at about the 25, maybe the 26-yard line.
So right now, we need a small victory. We just need a small victory to build some confidence and either get us back in this game or start building for the team. And the small victory might be one play at a time, just a tackle for a loss or just a short game. But we have to look at this in small pieces and small victories right now.
1st and 10, Mid Prairie with the ball at their own 26. Aaron Felt, who had a big first half. 120 yards on the ground, also a touchdown catch. Quick pass on the far side, that's caught. And getting taken down from behind, that was Caden Koss on the catch. And the line of scrimmage is a 33-yard line. Actually, Hirschberger on the catch. That's a 7-yard gain. And on 2nd and 3, Aaron Felt. He gets submarined by Tyler Doyle, but he falls forward, gets the first down at the 38. That's a gain of 5 for Aaron Felt, and that moves to 6.
6-yard carry by Aaron Felt.
So right now we're seeing that other pace from Mid Prairie, a little slow, a little deliberate. They're going to eat some clock, try to establish a drive, sustain a drive, and get some points on the board. But they're very methodical right now.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Weber in the pistol. He has something to say to Aaron Felt, who's lined up behind him. Give to Aaron Felt running right, and he runs straight into the arms of Owen Bell across the 40 to the 41. Actually make it the 42. That's a gain of 4 for Aaron Felt.
We're in 2nd and 6. Tackle made by Owen Bell for the Mustangs.
You're right, Coach. Slow, methodical huddle. Nowhere near the frenetic pace we saw towards the end of the first half coming out of Mid Prairie. They lead 27-0 here in the opening stages of the third quarter. Now a keeper, Weber. Stays on his feet And Weber gets slung out of bounds by Prevost in Mustang territory at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 9 for Weber and a first down for Mid Prairie.
Yeah, they're going to keep this on the ground, let that clock run.
Now a timeout by the officials.
Equipment timeout here.
Maybe an equipment issue with Danley. He comes out of the game. Jordan Twett is in to replace him. Now we're ready to play. 1st and 10 from the Davis County 49. Weber, and flags fly. Early movement on Mid Prairie, and that should be a false start on the Golden Hawks, and it is.
False start on the Golden Hawks.
There's one flaw to what I would say about Mid Prairie. That's their 3rd pre-snap penalty. So 1st and 15, the ball back at the Mid Prairie 46. Trips to the right on the short side. 2 receivers to the left. And just a quick pass to Ehrenfeld in the slot. He gets taken down by Tyler Doyle at the 45, but that got the penalty yards back and then some. That'll bring up 2nd and about 6.
So what
a game of 9. Go ahead.
What a drive like this does. So right now, halftime break, and I'll stop here right before the play starts, but a halftime break. In the halftime, the opposing coach can, I'll finish after this play.
2nd and 6 from the 45. Weber looking to throw, slings it to the right, has the pass is caught. A late flag is down, and Weber got blasted as he let that pass go, and that's what the flag, I bet you the flag is roughing the passer. Dagan Walker ran in late and laid the wood on Weber.
Nice sportsmanship to help him up, but tough penalty. So what I was going to say is, if you're in the other locker room, if you're not in Davis County's locker room, you're in Mid Prairie's locker room, you're going to say, you're going to talk about, okay, fellas, they're going to make adjustments. They're going to come out and try to establish momentum. So what we can do to mitigate that, to try and take that away before they even get a chance, is just get a little drive, get some first downs, take the air out of the ball, take away any potential momentum that they have, put one in before they have a chance to even touch the ball. So that's why I think they're being very methodical, getting impatient with the time. That we get impatient, and they're doing a good job of it.
1st and 10 from the 24 after the penalty. Ehrenfeld running left, stiffs arms a man, and then gets pile drived at the 20, make that the 12-yard line. That was Braden Smith that got stiff armed to the turf. Tyler Doyle was there to clean things up at the 11. But a gain of 13 for Ehrenfeld and another first down. What a physical run by Ehrenfeld. Yeah. 1st and 10 from the 11. 9 minutes and counting remaining in the 3rd quarter. Mid Prairie 27, Davis County nothing. Ehrenfeld running right. Cuts up the middle. And he's across inside the 10 to about the 8 for a gain of 3.
Yeah, you see how what this does? It quiets the stadium because it just takes the air out of the stadium. You establish a drive. You try to eliminate any opportunity for Davis County to get back in this ball game by playing ball control offense.
2nd and 6 with the ball at the 8. Ehrenfeld again, running straight ahead, untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, Mid Prairie.
And they have exactly the back to do it.
An 8-yard touchdown run by Ehrenfeld. Mid Prairie now up 34-0 with the extra point. Make that 33-0 with the extra point coming up. So Hudson Ehrenfeld, his first touchdown run to go along with a touchdown catch, and Mid Prairie is going for 2. Weber on the keeper, running left into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good. And our score with 8:18 remaining in the 3rd quarter, it is now Mid Prairie 35, Davis County nothing. We'll take a break and be back on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Eric, owner of Spillman Auto Parts. We have thousands of used parts that would fix that annoying problem with your car. Dennis, Gary, and John are ready to take your call and save you money. You can also check out our eBay store and buy parts directly on our website at spillmanauto.com. And don't forget to check out our great selection of rebuildable cars, trucks, and SUVs. We look forward to meeting you at Spillman Auto Parts in Bloomfield.
Go Mustangs! You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Low bouncing kick, and it's picked up by Braden Smith. He gets shoved to the turf after crossing the 40. Looks like they'll mark him at the 41-yard line. 35-0 Mid Prairie, leading Davis County, and the clock now is a running clock. Under 8 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
We just got to play football. We just got to try to work on the things that make us be a better football team. If we get out of what we do best, I mean, we need to try different things. We need to experiment a little bit, but also do things we do in practice. We don't have to start drawing plays up in the dirt here, but it's a chance to work on some things and find some answers.
1st and 10 from the 40. Will in the pistol with Prevo behind him. 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Quick pass to the far side. The screen pass. That's Kason Young, and he has a first down at the 50. A quick 10-yard hit. Will to Young, and that moves the chains.
That's probably one of the better throws he's had on that play, because we've run that play a couple times this year, and it didn't get out there very clean, and that ball had to travel a long way, and he got it out there quick.
Good blocking by the other receivers on that far side as well. Now they switch the trips to the wide side of the field on the right. 1 receiver to the left. 1st and 10 from midfield with 6:55 remaining in the third quarter. Davis County trailing 35-0. They try it again to Young, a juggling catch. Ball is loose, and I think that might be incomplete, or is it a fumble? Yeah, it's an incomplete pass. They called it. I don't think Young had that cleanly, and they do wave it off incomplete.
But the play was there. The delivery was there. He tried to take off with the ball before he really had it caught, but we had something set up there, and it would have been a nice 4 or 5 yard gain.
It reminds me of Madden, where you just flip the play and you run it to the opposite side of the field. That's kind of what we saw there.
Right.
They tried it on the far side. They got the first down. Then they tried it on the near side, and it was there. It's just that Kaysen wasn't able to catch it cleanly, and with the incomplete pass, that makes it 2nd and 10 from midfield. So they go with the same formation, and looks like Davis County, official timeout. No, Davis County timeout with 6:02 remaining in the third quarter. We'll step away and be back for third quarter action. Mid Prairie leading 35-0. We'll be back on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium. 2nd and 10 from midfield. With 5:49 remaining in the third quarter, Davis County trailing Mid Prairie 35-0. Will with a long count. Jace Jackson coming into motion. Will drops back the throw. Under pressure. And down he goes back at the 45. That's a loss of 5. Grady Miller, along with Landon Koss, in on the stop.
And that pocket collapsed pretty quick.
So now 3rd and 15 from the 45. Buellcheck checks into the game for Prevo. Merrick Danley, since he's been taken out of the game, he's still on the bench. I don't know if he's going to be able to come in to be the punter, but we'll see Hopefully Davis County won't have to worry about that. 3rd and 15, pressure coming. Will flush to his left, and he gets sacked. The ball came loose. So they'll say he is down at the 37-yard line. That is a loss of 8. And Davis County, after a promising first down play, remember that screen pass to Casey
Right.
Young. After that, nothing doing for the Mustangs, and they'll have to kick this one away.
Loss of 8 on the play. We'll bring up 4th and long for the Mustangs.
And we have a different punter in the game. That is Casey Young. Mid Prairie showing a rush.
Good job.
And good job getting that
Nice
punt
kick.
away. Henry at the 35, dancing. Went to his left, now tried to go over to his right, and he gets taken out at the 40. And now Carter Will and Grady Miller getting together, and there's a flag that flies in. Grady Miller and Carter Will were going shoulder to shoulder, jawing back and forth as well. And the linesman here on the near side finally said, okay, I've seen enough. Unsportsmanlike conduct called on Grady Miller of Mid Prairie.
Good. Good job. I didn't see the whole thing, but I'm glad it's not on us. I mean, it showed we kept our composure. And what you expect from Carter Will. He's just that kind of kid. He's just going to be smart.
Will doesn't seem like the type of player that will
No.
blow his stack.
No. Smart, plays hard, plays fair. And all of our kids do. You don't see that out there from Davis County. And that's a good thing. That's a good representation of the school, community, families. That's a nice job.
So the line of scrimmage is at 25. Mid Prairie leading 35-0. Clock is a running clock. 3:35 remaining, third quarter. Miller, quick swing out and a nice tackle on the perimeter. A minimal gain for Kobe Hirschberger, and it looks like the player for Davis County that made the tackle took the worst out of that exchange. That's just a 2-yard gain to Hirschberger.
Timeout for an injury on the field.
Didn't see the number of the player that made the tackle
not,
all the way on the far side. So it was Jace Jackson, I believe. They're telling us it was number 7 out there.
Nope, 7's right down here.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh.
It's Bielchek.
Yeah, Bielchek, okay.
Okay.
He's up and moving. That's a good sign. Might have got the wind knocked out of him.
So Hank Bielchek was the hurt player. And he'll have to come out. He's going back to the huddle. It's like, all right, look, guys, let's keep playing. But no, he'll have to head to the sideline for at least one play, sir. Line of scrimmage is at 27. 2nd and 8 for Mid Prairie. Tight formation for Mid Prairie on this play. And the handoff is to Aaron Hart. Running to the right side, left side, I should say, and he a sizable gain all the way out to the 47-yard line.
That looks like it was 7. Landry Gingrich.
Ah, Landry Gingrich on the carry. My mistake.
26-yard carry by Landry Gingrich. 1st and 10.
Regardless, a 26-yard carry.
47.
Mid Prairie and Davis County territory at the 47. And to give to Gingrich, running right. Shakes out of the tackle of Bell. Now, Bell was able to come back and tackle him from behind, but Gingrich inside the 35 to the 33. Gain of 14 for Gingrich and another first down. So first action of the game for Gingrich, 2 carries, 40 yards.
Gingrich down to the 33 of the Mustangs. 1st and 10.
Minute 54 remaining, third quarter. Mid Prairie with the ball, leading Davis County 35-0. Both of these teams 1-0 in district play. quick pass on the right side to Hirschberger. He gets slung down by Buellcheck, short of the sticks. And that'll bring up second and 2. And on second and short, they give it to Gingrich. And Gingrich is short of the 15 at the 16, but that's good enough for a first down after a gain of 8.
Just taking the air out of the ball and running the ball at will, basically.
They've been like a boa constrictor here in the second half, just slowly just squeezing the air out of Davis County. First and 10 from the 18. Give the Gingrich. This time he runs right, cuts it back up the middle. A collision at the middle of the field. Tyler Doyle's been throwing his body around with reckless abandon this entire night.
Right.
The line of scrimmage will be the 13-yard line.
And that gets forgotten in a game like this as you start to, the air's out of the stadium a little bit. You still have kids out there fighting their guts out there, and he's been one of them. They're throwing their bodies around regardless of the score.
Here's a throwback for you. Doyle reminds me today of Bob Sanders. Remember the really good defensive back for the Indianapolis Colts?
Yeah.
That will do it for the third quarter. Our score at the end of 3, Mid Prairie 35, Davis County nothing. We'll be back for the fourth quarter after this on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
Corby and Jed and their team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go if you're a farmer. They provide the technology and services to make your farming business profitable. They have liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed and corn and soybean seed. And they also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See for yourself why so many farmers in the area trust Corby and Jed and their team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Came back here.
Right, when my son was a bat boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are back. Fourth quarter began. We were just talking about our kids as Sweet Caroline rings through Mustang Stadium. 35-0 is our score. Mid Prairie leading Davis County. And the fourth quarter will begin with a second and 6, I should say, from the 14. And the give is to Gingrich. Inside, he's down at the 8. Five-yard gain, and that's about, actually they'll move the sticks. That'll make it a first down, it looks like. Yep, first and goal from the 8. Give to Gingrich, submarined, right around the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle there by Jason Patrick.
Yep, nice job sticking his nose in there. That looked like if he hadn't made that tackle, that was going to walk the rest of the way in.
3-yard run by Gingrich to make it second and goal from the 5. Gingrich again running left. Again denied the goal line. This time it was Claytor Proctor making the stop. And he's down at the 2. Third and goal from there. New quarterback in the game, Gentry Bontrager. And Gingrich running straight ahead, nose for the goal line, and he has his first touchdown of the night. A 2-yard touchdown run by Landry Gingrich, I should say. And Mid Prairie adds to their lead, 41-0 with the extra point coming up. And Bo Flynn's kick is good.
That's a flat extra point.
Yes,
now,
it is. It did the job, though. 10:37 remaining in the fourth quarter. Mid Prairie 42, Davis County nothing. We'll take a break and be back on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
42-0, Mid Prairie with 10:37 remaining in the ball game. Flynn puts boot to leather, and that ball goes out of bounds. So the kickoff goes out of bounds. That should give Davis County the ball at the 35, and that's where Davis County will begin. Not much going on here in the second half so far for Davis County. Just one possession.
One possession, yeah.
And it turned out to be a punt. So just their second possession here in the second half with 10:08, beg your pardon, 10:27, and after the penalty, they'll start the clock, I bet, as we've had a running clock since Mid Prairie scored on the opening drive here in the second half. Will's in the game. He's been at the helm all the way at quarterback. Give us a Prevost. Nice run up the middle for Brett Prevost. 10-yard rip up to the 45-yard line. The first down for the Mustangs.
And you can see Mid Prairie really, they didn't blitz on that play. Changes everything up. The play hits cleaner, and it would be interesting to see if they just stay and not blitz and let some other kids play, or if they're going to go back to blitzing to muddy that read up.
Yeah, it looks like Mid Prairie has a lot of second stringers in on defense right now.
No blitz. Just becomes
Prevost,
a cleaner looking play.
Slung forward to about the 49. Gain of 4 for Prevost.
Yep. So we talk, bringing blitz or bringing pressure. As we know, pressure busts pipes, right?
Yep,
and
it's
just sometimes the old pressure makes diamonds. I know that one. Pressure busts pipes, and sometimes that blitz can burn the defense a little bit too.
2nd and 6 from the 49.
Good.
Pass to Casey Young on the near side. He fumbled the ball. The ball is loose, but it's collected. I think Braden Smith was able to fall on it at the 37-yard line. Good hustle by Braden Smith of Davis County. Bo Flynn was there for Mid Prairie, and he's kicking himself because he thought he should have had that fumble. Instead, Braden Smith, Johnny on the spot, able to recover after that nice gain by Casey Young, but the fumble at the end.
We're executing that pretty well. Casey's got to carry that ball a little higher, high and tight. He had it kind of at a 90-degree angle, holding it low. It becomes susceptible to a fumble when you hold it that low.
1st and 10 from the 37. Give to Prevost. And not much there as they're clogging up the middle was big Jackson Miller. How big? How about 6'1", 290 for Mid Prairie? Just an assumption, but I bet he goes back for seconds on the buffet.
He's he's got a low center of gravity. He's tough to move in there at 6'1", 290.
That was actually a 2-yard gain for Prevost on that last carry. 2nd and 8 from the 35. Will with a straight drop back. Now he'll run it, and he just gets another yard or two. There again, and on the tackle was our favorite big man, Jackson Miller. Or, now coming out of the game, that's, Jackson Miller. So 2-yard run by Will. 3rd and 6 from the 33. 7:02 remaining in the ball game. 42-0 Mid Prairie. Hank Bielczek. Look at Hank Bielczek bouncing off tackles.
There you go.
And Bielczek fights his way to the 15-yard line. A gain of 18 for Hank Bielczek. That's his longest run of the season.
This is what we need. Just going into next week, we need to finish the game with some sort of positivity, and it just helps us build going in.
First and 10 from the Mid Prairie 15. Davis County looking for their first points of the night here in the middle of the fourth quarter. Give to Bielczek. Down at the 11 for a gain of 4.
4-yard carry by Bielczek. Bringing it 2nd and 6 for the Mustangs.
Coach, you figure this is probably going to be the last time Davis County is going to be able to touch the ball.
Yeah.
So you hope that they can pay this drive off with points. Trips to the right, one to the left. And early movement by the left tackle.
False start on the Mustangs.
And they do call a false start on Davis County.
Those plays. Those kind of penalties, those are the worst.
That was Braxton Bragg,
2nd and 11 for the Mustangs.
who moved early. Now 2nd and 15. Or 2nd and 11, I should say, from the 16. Empty backfield for Will. Plenty of time on the clock, so Davis County can get organized. There's a snap. Will looking left. Rush comes. He sidesteps it, throws for the end zone, and it's incomplete. Well wide of Jason Patrick, who was in the area, but it looks like Will was just throwing that away.
Yeah. It's a good chance for, and I'm glad to see us. We're kind of working on throwing the ball a little bit, but not in a panic mode. I think we need this work if we want to balance out our offense for the rest of the year. This is a good chance to get live reps at it.
3rd and 11 from the 16. 4:44 and counting left to go in the fourth quarter. Davis County trailing Mid Prairie 42-0. Will drops back. Pump fakes. Now throws over the middle. Pass is caught. And nope.
No.
Incomplete pass, but a flag is down.
PI. It's a pass interference.
Jace Jackson was the intended receiver. He collided with a defensive back inside the 5, and it is pass interference on Mid Prairie. I believe they'll probably just put it at the spot of the foul since it's inside of 15 yards.
Oh, it's half the distance.
Oh, they go half the distance. Okay, they don't go
Is
spot
it an
foul.
automatic, though?
No, it is not an automatic first down. So that makes it 3rd and 4 from the 9. Two receivers to each side. Bielczek in the backfield with Will. Give to Bielczek, running left, into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Good for us. That's good. We needed something positive.
A 9-yard touchdown run by Hank Bielczek. That's his first touchdown of the season. So now the extra point for Landon Fecho. Kick is away. It's definitely high enough, and it is good.
You know, we had a couple PATs field goals blocked last week. I know he worked hard this week on getting that ball up quick, and that ball certainly got off his foot and up in the air quick.
That makes our score 42-7 with 4:12 remaining here in the fourth quarter. And that run by Bielchek was a coffee can touchdown. They always score a touchdown with their cold brew coffee, acai bowls, and their famous chicken salad. Stop in and see Tracy and crew today at the Coffee Can, just off the square in Bloomfield. You kind of knew the way this game was going, Coach, at halftime, but it's always good to just get that 0 off the board.
It is, and it gives you something to, like I said, build for next week.
Fecho has the ball teed up, kicks it away, high spinner, and it's fumbled by Collar, but he gathers it at the 15 and brought down at the 20. So Mid Prairie just has 3 minutes, 55 seconds to tick off the clock before they salt away this win here in Bloomfield.
So we need the same thing to happen here. We need a good stop on defense. We need to have a couple good notes, and we'll learn a lot from this game. We will. We'll learn a lot about handling the blitz. We'll learn a lot about tackling. It's a good opportunity.
Bontrager still in the game at quarterback. And a flag flies in as Gingrich takes it to about the 25-yard line. Beg your pardon, is the new running back. Landon Sullivan is the new running back. That flag was thrown just as Sullivan was taking the handoff. A face mask called on Davis County, personal foul. Face mask. So add on to the run by Sullivan. So the line of scrimmage is the 40-yard line.
After the penalty, 1st and 10 from the 40.
First and 10 from the 40. Sullivan squirts his way forward to about the 44-yard line. So a gain of 4 for Sullivan.
Sullivan with the carry. 4-yard pickup. We'll bring up 2nd and 6.
2:50 remaining in the ball game. 42-7 Mid Prairie. And looks like the Golden Hawks are just content with just running the ball up the field and running clock as well. There's a keeper by Bontrager. He gets undercut, but past the sticks. He has a first down. Casey Young was there to make the stop. Bontrager is still down on the sideline, slow to get up. Yeah, don't want to see that, as he's still on his hands and knees. So it appears a new quarterback will come into the game. Now whistle stop play. Yeah, they want to make sure Bontrager is at least okay. Yeah. So Brooks Weber, a freshman, is in at quarterback for Mid Prairie. Yeah, Bontrager still hasn't gotten up. He's, yeah, the way he's on the ground doesn't look good for him. Gentry Bontrager, just a sophomore, 5'7", 140 pounds.
And it's people might be thinking, oh, he's out of bounds. We can go ahead and continue play. But he's in an area where if someone gets tackled out of bounds, something like that, they could roll up and make it worse for him, or just be dangerous for someone that's still running or trying to, an official, whatever. They got to make sure we do the right thing here. So it takes a little time. It's going to take a little work, but the medical staff and the officials have made the right decision to stop the game in this situation.
How about we take a timeout as they continue to attend to Gentry Bontrager. We'll be back on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
Corby and Jed and their team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go if you're a farmer. They provide the technology and services to make your farming business profitable. They have liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed and corn and soybean seed. And they also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See for yourself why so many farmers in the area trust Corby and Jed and their team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Gentry Bontrager is up and moving around. Sullivan takes the carry on 1st and 10 from the Davis County 47. He gets just a yard to the 46.
1 yard pickup will bring up second.
So as we go down the last 2 minutes, I'm guaranteeing you the Mustang coaching staff is already in their mind trying to figure some things out for next week's game.
2nd and 9 with the ball at the 46. Long count by Brooks Weber. Sullivan running left, skips a tackle, spins out of another. Look at Sullivan go. Inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 17-yard run for Sullivan. Minute 10 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 42 to 7 is the Mid Prairie lead over Davis County.
And what I mean by that last statement about they're looking, they're searching right now. They know they have some things they have to answer to. There's some things that they've got exposed to, and we'll talk about maybe in the post game real quick. But they're already thinking, how do we fix things?
Looks like Mid Prairie's just content to take a knee now. And Weber does indeed at the 31, and that should be the final play of this ball game as the play clock resets to 40 and the game clock is at 33, so they do not have to snap the ball again. And the Hawks, the Golden Hawks, will come away with the big road win. 42 to 7 will be our final. Davis County definitely took their lumps here tonight. Ran into a bigger, more physical football team in Mid Prairie. And Mid Prairie definitely showed their dominance, and they showed once again they're the team to be in this district.
All right.
That's the ball game. Final score.
So we'll take a break. Final score 42 to 7. Mid Prairie beats Davis County, and we'll be back on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
Corby and Jed and their team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go if you're a farmer. They provide the technology and services to make your farming business profitable. They have liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed and corn and soybean seed. And they also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See for yourself why so many farmers in the area trust Corby and Jed and their team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Looking to add value to your property? Looking for a top-rated local business? An easy way to do that is to have a fence installed. This is Jared with Pierce Fence Company. Whether you want a fence to keep your animals safe or a privacy fence to keep others out, Pierce Fence can install many different types of commercial, industrial, or residential fences. At Pierce Fence, we strive for excellence, safety, and quality. Give us a call today and find out why we lead the industry for all your fence projects in Southeast Iowa. You can count on our team here at Pierce Fence Company to get the job done right. Like us on Facebook or visit us at piercefenceco.com.
Do you need a fence built? Call Skylar at Hopkins Fencing in Bloomfield and save yourself some blood, sweat, and tears. Skylar can build whatever kind of fence you need, from barbed wire, woven, continuous, and custom welding. Check out the Hopkins Fencing Facebook page for lots of pictures of the quality fencing jobs he has done. Call Skylar at Hopkins Fencing in Bloomfield today to get on his fall building list, as it will fill up fast. You can find his number on Facebook or call 641-208-6310.
This is Tim, owner of Slayton Polaris. We have seen a lot of changes since we opened our doors in 1988. One thing that hasn't changed is the way we treat our customers. We still offer the best machines at the best possible prices and strive to treat everyone the way we would want to be treated. This has been our policy since we started the business. If you're looking for the best in off-road vehicles, I'd like to invite you to stop in and meet us at Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
Get back to your life sooner with orthopedic care at Davis County Hospital and Clinics. Whether it's a shoulder or knee problem or a broken bone, Davis County Hospital and Clinics is here for you. Our specialists and team members will treat you with care from your first visit to surgery through rehab and therapy. Comprehensive orthopedic care isn't a long drive away. It's right here at Davis County Hospital and Clinics, building better, healthier lives.
Your best choice for groceries is Brothers Market in Bloomfield, where they treat you like family. They're proud to offer Best Choice branded items. While you're there, check out the awesome selection in their meat department and make sure and find something for your sweet tooth in the bakery. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook to keep up with all their specials. Stop into Brothers Market in Bloomfield, where they treat you like family. Located 1 block off the northeast corner of the Bloomfield Square. Is your back telling you it's time for a new mattress? Darren at Dixon's Mattress Outlet is the man to see. Dixon's Mattress Outlet sells new mattresses of all sizes. They also have a great selection of area rugs, sheets, and pillows. Needing a mattress for the camper or a rollaway bed? Darren has those too. Call Darren today and get the best rest for less. Call Dixon's Mattress Outlet today at 641-664-3060. And don't forget to like them on Facebook.
Back at Mustang Stadium, 42-7 is our final. Mid Prairie defeats Davis County on this final day of the summer. And we said this was a test for Davis County to begin this game. And although we did see some good things, Mid Prairie just proved to be too big, too physical, and just really dominated the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And, you know, you listen to what both coaches said in the pregame, and they both nailed it. They wanted to be the more physical football team, and obviously Mid Prairie came out in the front, and they were physically bigger. They just looked different in their shoulder pads than we did, you know, and they did some things too that kind of exposed us to create that physicality. For example, they blitzed a lot. So moving forward, we have to have an answer on blitz, because the next team that sees that, if they see the troubles that blitz gave us, guess what we're going to see?
Blitz.
A lot of blitz.
Yeah.
So that's what coaches will do. I'd say that's the beauty and the fun of coaching, is that preparation of coming up with answers. And sometimes you come up with things that you never thought of before that, hey, actually we can do this and this. And so I'll guarantee you the Mustang coaching staff will probably work on handling blitz a little bit better. But we also have to work on tackling. They have a good running back. Ehrenfeld was a good running back, but at times we made him look better than he was because we didn't tackle physically. And it's an old physical matchup again, but we really have to have an answer for blitz on offense.
That and just when it seemed like when Mid Prairie was backed up, they had a 3rd and 10 at their own 15. They get a first down. I mean, at the Davis County 15, they get a first down. Next play is a touchdown. 4th and 25.
Oh, my.
And then Mid Prairie completes a 34-yard pass for a touchdown. Those type of things, it seems like even versus a good team, you can't relax in like down and distance when it's a very long situation. And I think that part I think Davis County needs to concentrate on because, I mean, in the first half, they had them down. I mean, not that they had them down, but they had them on the ropes. And they had a chance to get the ball back, maybe do some damage on offense, but it was just something that lots of concentration, and that's all that was, that long touchdown pass down the middle. That was just loss of concentration. It's those mental mistakes more so than physical. And then when you add a bigger team as well, you can't have mental and physical mistakes as well.
You said it. A great example of what you're talking about, too, is being opportunistic. So Kirk Ferentz at Iowa does a great job of playing complementary football. Their defense is going to complement what they will rise to the occasion to win field position for their offense and their special teams. So we had that 4th and 25.
Right.
If we would have had a team mentality and an opportunistic mentality, it's a different mindset than just, we got to stop them. We have to stop them for a purpose. And it's an instilled philosophy that they do it out of. They're such an opportunistic team in those situations, and that's a sign of maturity. But right now we didn't have that tonight. That 4th and 25, that shouldn't happen. That really shouldn't happen. And we have to be, as you mentioned, we had them on the ropes, as you say, on that play, but we weren't opportunistic to take advantage of it, to set our offense up, because we would have had good field position, decent field position in that scenario. So being opportunistic and working together as a team. It's not the Davis County Mustang offense that plays out there, or the Davis County Mustang defense, or the Davis County Mustang special teams. It's the Davis County Mustang football team. And they have to complement each other and set each other up for success. And that just wasn't happening tonight. It happened last week. It didn't happen tonight.
Yeah. Very impressive win last night, but last week, but a big step up in competition. Obviously, Mid Prairie is a lot better than what Davis County has faced this season. A couple of numbers for you, and then I want to get some final thoughts from you. So, total yards unofficially, Mid Prairie 393, Davis County 118. Hudson Ehrenfeld had 153 yards rushing on 17 carries. Also had that 34-yard touchdown catch as well. So he had 2 touchdowns on the evening. Brady Weber had a pair of touchdown runs for Mid Prairie. Davis County's touchdown came on Hank Buelchek, scoring his first touchdown of the season. So that was good to see. Not much going on offensively for Davis County in this game, and it was just Mid Prairie dominating both sides of the scrimmage. So 42-7 is your final. Mid Prairie beats Davis County. And looking forward to homecoming, that carries in itself a bunch of different distractions, but they should be ready for Albia. And I don't know, I can't quite get a gauge on how good Albia is.
Yeah.
And, it's all about matchups. You don't care who they beat by whatever.
Right.
But when it comes to matchups, I just don't know. But it's Davis County and Albia always seem to have really tough games on the football field, at least recently.
Regardless of what happens tonight, I don't know how Albia is doing. We have to view this, it's a winnable game. It's a game we can win, but we're going to have to play well. We can't come out and play the same type of game we did tonight or the same type of game we did against Cardinal. We have to come out with, that enthusiasm. It's a winnable game, but we have to, like last week when we won, I'm sure the coach was saying, guys, we're going to celebrate tonight and have a good time tonight, but on Monday we got to get back to work.
Yeah.
You can't dwell. We can't dwell on this one. So we got to find, I would imagine they're going to find a few good plays out of here, focus on some mistakes we made, but probably not make them watch that whole thing at 2 hours of video of them just getting pounded in a way, getting physically beat. So it's, oh boy, that's the score, the Albia score. and they won 37-7 against Central League.
Yep.
So, yeah, there were opportunities last week that we could have had something like that if we'd have taken advantage. So it's a winnable game.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about matchups. Again, we don't do math, right? We beat them 21-14 or whatever it's going. They won 37-7. So
exactly,
it's not math. It's matchups. So it's a winnable game for us next week. We got to put this one behind us. We got to learn from it. We got to have an answer for blitz, and we got to go back to trying to be the more physical team.
Whew. Wow, and just all kinds of stuff going on. I'll say it anyway. The Ottumwa game, it's been delayed because of gunshots near the stadium.
Oh my!
So right now they're delayed at halftime, and that's something that obviously that's a big concern for everybody involved. But yeah, just right up 63, they were in delay to start the second half due to gunfire near Schaefer Stadium. That's what Scott Jackson of the Ottumwa Courier said. So, wow, that kind of puts things into perspective as well. So definitely, we're definitely hoping for people's safety up at Schaefer Stadium. So, Davis County drops to 2-3. They lose to Mid Prairie, who are also now 2-3, 42-7. They take on Albia next week in the home finale as well as the homecoming. And even though you lost this game, Coach, you still have everything in front of you because Albia is 1-1 in district play now, as is Davis County. Mid Prairie 2-0 in district play. I don't know how Mediapolis did today because they were 1-0 coming into today. That really, this game coming up next week, that's really going to be the key.
Yeah.
In Davis County's fate as to what's going to happen in the postseason, or if they do see the postseason.
Right. Control what you can control.
Yeah.
We can control our preparation. We can control our attitude. And we can be in control of the atmosphere if we come out fired up.
Yeah.
So we got to focus on things that we can control next week for a great opportunity and a winnable game.
Yeah. Most definitely. Well, Coach, it's been a pleasure as always.
Likewise.
Kind of wish the game was a different result, but it was still great to see you.
We got spoiled last week.
We sure did. That was such a great game last week. But Davis County falls this week 42-7 to Mid Prairie. For Glenn Marshall, who was our on-site producer, as well as Cody Kleiman, our ace photographer, and Kyle Smith back at our studios in Ottumwa. For Kent Anderson, this is Ellis Kojo saying so long from here in Bloomfield. This has been Davis County Football on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.